Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm shocked that there's people here for the start of a much earlier stream. So I want to just take a second to say thank you for Alex Dragon 1 and Dominicus for being here at the start, and a welcome to Swan2745 for joining the channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I didn't think anyone would be online because this is way earlier than I normally go live, but you know what? I just did. Oh, from you too. Awesome. Nice to see you. I just did PAX Australia. It was a pretty intense and awesome weekend. I got a little bit of Conflu, a little bit of Onway, but one of the things that I really took away from it was the amount of people in the streaming and content creation space that just work so hard, that put so much effort into their stuff. Hey, Mr. Gris, thank you for tuning in. It is an early sleep, yes. Daylight savings has already hit me, so I'm actually an hour in the past now. And they just put so much work in, and I think, you know, I need to do the same. I need to match that energy. I need to bring more to this, and I'm really quite passionate about making content and doing entertainment and just having fun with other people involved. And I want to try and push it a little bit more and see if I can make it a little bit more of a thing. So the YouTube videos aren't going to stop. I've got a Menace video queued up. It's not going to come out tonight, but that new update. But I want to just push my streams a little bit harder. 12:30 in Poland. I know the timing is awful. The timing is awful. It's just Australia tax. So don't worry about catching the whole streams. Like, if you are in a time zone where you can't catch the whole stream, if you join the stream and say, "Hey, what's going on? What have I missed?" I will update you. Don't worry about it. Don't feel like you have to be here. You have to get up early. I appreciate that we are really heavily invested in this campaign. It's been going on for like a year at this point. We will get to the end of it, but if we're going to get to the end of it, I need to play it more. So we're going to go for a longer stream at the start of the week. Now, where were we last week? We have launched Echo 2114, which didn't get a name, so let's fix that first of all. Echo 214, this fleet needs a name, and I've got the naming list up, so let's just do that first and foremost. Let's get that done. I've got to turn on background music because I'm going to run the game music for a little while. Had some really negative comments about the music on the videos recently, so we're just going to run the game music. Oh, I got the same name that's already been up there. This is the Reaver fleet, which makes sense for a bunch of Marines stuffed into a tin can. All right. So the Reaver fleet and Blind Obedience are both on their way to asteroids to take them over from the Servants. However, Blind Obedience fleet is currently being intercepted by an alien fleet that is probably going to kick their ass, even though it's a very small fleet. This is literally just a tin can stuffed with Marines. It does have guns, but hey, Toasted Waffles, thanks for tuning in. It does have guns, but I don't think it's going to do much. So that's a problem. Now, if we jump back to Earth, we have some issues to deal with here as well. The biggest issue is the Servants just took a control point from the Central Asian Union from us. We've been battling back and forth with this. It's not really a problem with our public opinion. Public opinion is very high for us in the Central Asian Union. I think we're just being hit by special abilities and events that are making us lose these points. So we're going to have to do something about that. Oh, actually, before I get distracted, chat. I have created a new voting system. I want to give it a quick test. So if I do this, we'll put 4 on. Just vote for a random thing. It's only going to run for a minute. I just want to make sure that it works because I want to do. Oh, it's been an interesting few days. What's been going on, Toasted? I want to do more voting and stuff, and I wanted a better voting system. So this has to be set up. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that's a good situation for him and not a horribly negative one. That's a really difficult time. I'm glad that you are there for him in that situation. It's good to have family to fall back on when you have big major life changes, and it's really big of you to be there for them. It doesn't surprise me that you're there for them. That's the character I get from you, but good for you for doing so. I hope he's doing okay and everything's all right. Thank you for sharing that as well. That probably isn't the easiest thing to do, so I appreciate you feeling comfortable enough to do that. And now I feel very awkward having my sort of let's try out my voting system chat. But I would like to give it a quick try if you don't mind. So it's just going to be ! vote and a number, no space. I just want to try it out. I just want to make sure it works. So vote has started. You just do ! vote 1, vote 2, vote 3, vote 4. I just want to make sure that this works. It's only going to run for 1 minute. It will work in Twitch chat and YouTube chat. Hey, cool dude, how's it going? Hey, Winterwolf, how are you doing? Thank you both for joining the stream. What are you all doing here so early? It's amazing that you are. So Demonicus has fallen and Kite as well. Welcome. You've both fallen at the first hurdle. No space. So it's just, there you go. Hayden's got it. Gurgly, no space. So Silver Grey Wolves, thank you so much. Gurgly, so much. Thank you so much. There's so many people here. This is crazy. No space. So just, yeah, that's it. 30 seconds left on the vote. I just want to make sure this works. We're not going to do this like crazily. I just want to make sure that this actually does something. Lots of spam in the chat from my bot, so we need to fix that. But it is reading all of your votes. It definitely doesn't need to output to both chats that your vote has been read. Thank you very much, Winterwolf. That's very kind of you. What I was just saying before, like for people who just joined, was like PAX has really had a big effect on me. I want to do more stuff, so that's why we're starting a bit earlier. Better place for him. Okay. That's difficult. That's really difficult, Toasted Waffles. I understand that completely. And I'm glad you're there for them. Okay, the vote is closed and the poll appears on screen. Yes! Okay, I need to fix it a little bit, but we now have an on-screen results up here. It's gone away now, but that's what I wanted to test. I wanted to make sure that works. So that's a dynamically created poll that generates every time. I'm just going to move it slightly so I can reveal it. It generates live based on the poll results. It will appear on screen and then it'll disappear. I can further tweak it, but that's a great start. I'm really, really happy for that. Oh, geez, Winthrop, I'm so sorry to hear that. You have my deepest sympathies. I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing okay, and I hope the family are doing okay. That's a really big thing to have to deal with. I understand completely, and I appreciate you being here. I hope we can help, just distract you and make things chill, and you're doing okay. Again, thank you for feeling comfortable enough to share that. I appreciate that, this is a safe space and everyone is comfortable to bring these things up. That's the kind of vibe that I want to have. I'm really sorry for your loss. And again, thank you for sharing. This is a heavy stream so far in a good way. I'm glad people are sharing and I'm glad people feel comfortable. But yeah, it's been a tough week for me too. I've got a lot of stuff going on at work at the moment that I'm not super happy about. Big reshuffles and things. My job's gotten weird. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm getting pulled in lots of different directions. Back to school learning game design. Awesome. Game design's pretty fun. The design part of game design I'm really interested in. I can do a little bit of coding. I actually, as a side... Oh, thanks, Winterwolf. That's a really kind thing to say. I've actually... Look at me. This is just turning into a just chatting stream. Hey, Hildebrand, how's it going? One of the things that I was doing as a side project recently, I hyperfixate a lot. I'm sure people who've been around for a while know about my hyperfixations, where I have random projects that I will just go crazy on for like 2 weeks and then abandon. Homo 3 review, Star Wars RPG, Nebulous Fleet Command narrative thing. Yeah, you get it, right? You know what I'm like. I hyperfixate on something, I put a lot of effort into it, and then I kind of move on. It's a problem that I have. It needs to be dealt with. Anyway, my most recent hyperfixation has been a Pokemon Battle Royale. I do have ADHD. So I have coded if anyone here has heard of Salty Bet, basically my idea was to take Pokemon and do a Salty Bet version of it where the Pokemon get dumped into this map that's randomly generated every time. And they level up by battling each other. They get random moves. It's like animated, and then the ring closes, and basically you bet on which Pokemon you want to win, and then it like reruns again, and you like use channel points to get points. I spent ages on it. I should show it off at some point just so that people can see how weird my brain gets. But that's my hyperfixation recently. That's my most recent exploration into game dev. It's a thing I jump in and out of all the time. I used to be obsessed with making roguelikes. I used to make so many terrible roguelikes. I spent ages working on a Warhammer Fantasy themed roguelike, which was actually all about fighting Skaven in the tunnels under a city, and then they went and made a Skaven Tide, whatever it was called. So yeah. No worries, cool dude. Thanks for tuning in, I really appreciate it. Also, hey Folklor's the Future, welcome to the stream, and yes, Hildebrand, trying new earlier streams. All I've done so far is name a fleet, so don't worry, you haven't missed anything. I'm just babbling away, and everyone's being very, very cool. I appreciate you dropping by, cool dude. Have a good one, and good luck with the 9 to 5 at school tomorrow. Okay, let's play some Terra Invicta, shall we? Let's try and get this show on the road. So the biggest thing we have going on right now, Vermintide, that's the word. Thank you. The biggest thing we have. So my roguelite, had you have the ability to worship the Chaos Gods and gain random mutations, or you could worship Sigmar and get like all these special Sigmarite Anyway, it's a game that doesn't exist. I don't need to talk about it. Can you tell that even though I've had like a pretty tough time at PAX, like there were some issues, I'm really invigorated and excited by PAX? Because I can feel the excitement in my voice and the like high octane energy I'm bringing to this stream. It's maybe I'm talking too fast, but that's just where I'm thinking. Also, random thing. Would it? I know I'm not going to talk about that just now. Let's play some Terra Invicta. Let's get focused on this. So we need to do something about this. This is a big problem. The servants have taken over. This is still our Weird Year-Old's campaign. Yes. Have a look at our volatiles income to understand how bad a situation we are in right now. We lost all of our mines on Mars 2 streams ago, and we're still trying to recover from that. The aliens have not been kind to us recently. We also have a Doom fleet on the way somewhere, I believe. I'll check that in a second. Froze's Yap level over 9,000. Yes. Let's see if I can keep this energy going, because I've got a long stream ahead of me if I'm going to stream until my normal end time. First things first, though, we need to deal with this. So what we need to do is we need to crack down, and we need to, I think it's blonde who needs to do it, we need to purge it. So I'm going to purge this control point. Now, at the moment, it's saying a 94% success chance, but this is the start of a turn, and the servants are probably going to defend the point. Remember to take a breath every now and again. Okay, so I am talking very fast. That's good to know. I do need to slow it down a little bit. That's fine. Let's do that. Let's take a breath. Frost is excited to play Terra Invicta. I'm going to put about 32 influence into this here to make sure that we get the point. Then I'm also going to get Jebediah to crack down on the point as well. Even though it isn't currently defended, there's a pretty good chance that they will defend it. We'll spend 32 points on that as well. I want to get that point back. Now let's just quickly check that we haven't got any nation states that are undefended at the moment. And no, everywhere is currently defended. I don't think there's anything we need to hunt out. Hard Python is currently back on our side. We're going to continue using Yoma to boost his loyalty to make sure that we don't lose him again. That was a big problem last time. We can't afford to spend too much influence on this, though, because our influence income is pretty low because we're over our command point cap. This is an ongoing issue that we have in the moment. Okay, that just leaves Human and Hard Python for jobs.
Ready for my mission.
Human is probably going to either put down dissent or deal with public opinion. Public opinion isn't too bad. Dissent is quite high in India right now. Someone is trying to rabble-rouse in India. So we're just going to get them to do some nation stabilization in India for us.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Last but not least, we have Hard Python. What is a job that Hard Python can do for us right now? I don't want... His stats are not great. Like, he's taken a long time to build up, to be honest. I think for him right now, we'll just do some surveillance. I want to see if we can keep an eye on what's going on here, so let's do this. Hey Tachyon, thanks for tuning in, good to see you. I'm so shocked that there's so many people about this early on. I honestly figured that I would be streaming to nobody for a good 2 hours before people actually started to show up to the stream. I'm really impressed with you all for tuning in and saying hi, even if you're busy doing other stuff. Maybe trade for more volatiles. That's not a bad idea. We did have a look at that last time and we couldn't trade with anyone. I think we tried to trade with the Resistance and they didn't, even though they had them, there wasn't a lot available. So who else? We got Humanity First have 67k. The Academy have 21k. The Protectorate have... We could try Humanity First. Bros, that's fair enough, Toasted. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand why. We'll see if we can trade with Humanity First.
I'm on your side.
Because at 1 p.m. for your stream is neat to listen to while at work. That's a lovely thing for me to hear, to be honest. I'm quite happy to be background noise if it's good, positive background noise. And if something crazy happens, you know, you can tune in or whatever. Okay, so that's all done. Before I confirm assignments, let's check research. So antimatter mass production, which is heading us down the antimatter route. Hey T-Ram, how's it doing? How are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, this is an early stream. You've missed my mad babble of excitement for the start of the stream. I've been going on about it. And you missed the new voting system. This will be complete on the 18th of June next year. So it's still a while away, even though the bar looks like it's almost complete. We also have phasers on the way. Phasers require exotics. And we are trying to stockpile exotics for the end of the game. But I think we are going to build some battle cruisers or lancers that use phasers. Because that's the strategy that's working the best for us right now. Honestly, antimatter spiker's almost done, energy system is done, automated solar collector's on the way. The other thing I want to check is what is the state of alien fleets. That is true, Kite. And they'll also upgrade our battle stations, I believe. So there is 2 alien ships on their way to Mercury. No, they're transferring to low Mercury orbit. But I don't think they're anything to worry about. I think they're leftovers from that battle we did. Venus, we don't have anything at. Earth has no big fleets on the way. Mars has no big fleets on the way. There is a bunch of stuff going on around here. But nothing is heading to Ceres, which is what I wanted to check. So the only real thing that's happening right now is we've got advanced laser engines done, I think, Toasted. We got them last stream. Advanced laser engines, if I'm correct. If we actually have a ship class that's using them, I believe. If we check the Banhammer Block 4 class, it is using advanced laser engines. Yeah, it is. Advanced laser engines are here. So we've got them. They're done. Oh, unless you mean we might need to rush to getting them built, then yes, that's a good point. If you have UV lasers, space vessels will still not require exotics, thank goodness. Using a bit of exotics for strong ships that allow for much faster exotics gathering is justified economically. I agree with you, Demonicus. Also, picking up plasma weapons is actually useful in this patch as it adds another turret mount on battle stations. I think we have plasma weapons, actually. We did pick them up a little while ago. The only thing we need to watch out for is we have this intercept happening here. It's a little bit hard to decipher, but this fleet here is coming to intercept this fleet here, Fleet Blind Obedience. Blind Obedience is a ship full of Marines. The Ash Scour Desperate class frigate has a whole ton of Marines and some coal guns. I'm pretty worried that this ship is not going to make it through that combat, but we'll do the best we can to fly it the best we can and run away bravely, like Stern Robin. Okay, I think it's time to confirm assignments and unpause the game. Let's do that, and let's see what happens. And the Antimatter Spiker project has completed straight away. So that gets us instantly 180. I don't know what the P is for. I know it is a unit, but I haven't done physics in a long time. I'm not on that experimental branch anymore. But we now can build antimatter spikers, which gives a 30% bonus to thrust in fission and fusion devices. Pounds. Is it just pounds, Piddlebrand? Okay. So now we need to research something else. Now there is a lot of stuff in the tree that we need to pick up right now. I do have these items favorited. Anti-pounds, okay. 180 Ps, yes. It's 180 Ps of antimatter. I like that. That makes sense to me. You don't know what it stands for. Okay. We're going to say it's Ps then. Maybe peas and pico. Pico does make sense. Scientifically, I think it's pico. Delicious steamed peas. No, mushy peas. Mushy peas. It's okay. The fleet name tells us how dedicated to the cause they are. So independent commands was something I was working on, but this is no longer as much of... Like, we were way over our mission control cap. That's not an issue anymore. Molecular benefication gets us more income from our noble metals. We're not really worried about that right now. The research university is an upgrade to our research labs that I would like to get, but right now it's 20,000 research. Getting our hands on it means we can pump out more research, but I think I want to focus more on military technology at the moment. We need CP cap, exactly. That's where I was going to go next. So the command center doesn't get a CP cap. Social Science Institute is something that needs to be researched. Particles as well, hidden. Yeah, that could be it. The Foundry doesn't do that. But I don't think there's much we can do down here that is going to get us CP at the moment. We obviously have... let's plus it a coup. Management research will get us 5. So we should probably do some management research. That'll take a little bit of the heat off. I'm just going to see if any of these others give us command points. Okay, integrated resource mark, institutional bastions gives us an extra 10 for the same cost as a management research, and it also gives a laser for -2 on a hostile takeover. So that's institutional bastions. I think the only one we've got access to right now is institutional bastions, which we will start to research. That'll get us an extra 10 cap. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, sorry, I didn't manage to beat the mic in time. With some info science, let's have a quick check on that. I know, it's taking a second to load the research. This is info science is here, that's right. Traditional management, control point management capacity by 120. That is 50,000 research, though. That will take quite a while to complete, but once it's done, that's a lot of our problems dealt with for a long time. That's 10 control point management for 20,000. Do we just lock it in and go for that 120 control points? I think we just go for transnational management. I think we just go for it. It's going to take a long time to complete, and in the meantime, we can do some management research, but getting transnational management just fixes all of our control point issues for a long time. Is that me sneezing, DRM? Vote yes. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start transnational. The next research that pops, we'll get the small one, and we'll go from there. That's my call. Because Energy Institute's about to pop. Okay, that's that done. Let's unpause the game. Let's speed up time, and let's see everything go horribly wrong. Actually, what is the situation at our series shipyard right now? I don't know why I'm checking here. I need to check in here. Ship construction. So if I check at series, we have nothing under construction at series right now. But I think we need to... Okay, we got 2 shipyards currently at our shipyard. So we could build some more Desperate Mark IIs, which are the ships that we're using to try and take things over. We were also working our way towards being able to build a ship that can deploy a station and or an automated mine. The only thing is we're really low on resources right now. Like, everything is very low. Well, we've got stockpiles, but the volatiles are low. I mean, the Desperate Mark IIs don't really require a lot. We could probably just pop out another 2 of them just so they're doing something in the background. Interesting, they'll take less time to build on the planet than they will in space. Why is that? This is a level 2 shipyard. This is a level 1 spaceworks, but it will take 45 days to build it on the planet, and it will take 78 days to build it in space. What is the reason for that? Spaceworks is T3. Oh, it's Sector 1. Right. That's what we need to do at Shipyard Smithy. Shipyard Smithy needs to upgrade to Tier 3. That's why we're not building anything right now. Have I done that? Shipyard Smithy. Where is this station? The other vessel was putting on 2 techs. That's right. So I'm just catching... Okay, so these are not upgrading at the moment. So I think I want to do that. So let's get them upgrading. That's going to require 46. That's fine. We can afford that. I'll upgrade the other one as well. Now, how are we doing for power? We're at minus... Oh, we're actually really struggling for power now. So let's start upgrading some fusion reactor farms. That's going to take us to 634. I've only got one of those. We'll build another fission reactor farm. Again, we're doing okay for resources at the moment. 2 ships to build mines on space bodies distant from edge would be nice. Yeah. That's the plan, Demonicus. We're just going to try and spread ourselves out and then try and get as many battle stations down as possible. We've also got all of these LDAs, these layer defense arrays here. These need to be upgraded to battle stations. I'm going to upgrade 1 battle station at a time. I'm not going to make the mistake of upgrading... Do we have enough? Yeah, of upgrading all of them at once. That takes us under power again. I'll do another fission reactor farm because we're going to need a lot of power here. We can't get out to that belt yet. Until we research mission to Jupiter, mission to Saturn, we're stuck on the inner belt. The outer solar system is denied to us. We do not have the technology to get out there. Now, our current crew count for this station is... Where is the crew count? It's on this screen. It is 460. The agricultural complex is only worth building when you get over, I think it is 750 crew, because we currently have a farm, which is good to 600. So there's no point building the agricultural complex yet. That's all done. Let's head back out to the solar system view. So the moment we can't get further out than this ring here. Until we research mission to Jupiter and mission to Saturn, we are stuck in the inner belt, basically. We can't get any further out. That's why this is all sort of like populated and the rest of it's all, there are bodies out here. Well, these are all comets. We can't really see anything else. It's because we are trapped in the inner system. Just us and the aliens and the other humans. Okay, I'm going to actually unpause the game. European Union have proposed a new government regime in Liberia.
I think we had a breakthrough.
We have completed the automated solar collector.
Council.
Yes, cool. That's more for my... Honestly, Demonicus, don't feel like I'm lecturing you. I'm more reminding myself. And when I talk like that, I'm more like talking through my thought process. It's like when I played Menace or another strategy game. It's how I work through my thoughts for what's happening. I'm just kind of coaching myself on what we need to do and what is holding us back. So that's automated solar collector is done. That's one of the automated techs we need. Indeed, soon TM. Okay, I think there's another automated tech we need, but first of all, I'm going to do what I said, and I'm going to get 1 management research done. So that won't take too long to complete. We'll do that in March next year.
Initiating contact.
Okay, can we buy volatiles? They will let us buy 1,000 volatiles off them. Which isn't great, but it's something. The other... Oh. Okay, no, they were the... Oh, yeah, I'll fix it. I'll fix it after this. It's only just happened. What will we give them in return for... Do they want any projects? We can give them reusable rockets. We can give them civilian photonic computing. We can give them solid core fission reactor 3. I'm happy to give them improved call cannon. Like, let's arm the terrorists. Do you think we'll spot the aliens before we run away, or we just scarper? I'd like to spot the aliens first, honestly. Hey, Root, how's it going? You can keep buying more volatiles next turn. That's good to know. I'll give them these projects. We'll grab the volatiles. It's a big boost to the amount we actually have right now. Let's close that menu for now. Let's not unpause the game, and let's change this from management research to the better research. So that was... it wasn't management. Was it institutional outreach? No, hang on. This one here, institutional bastions. That's right. We want institutional bastions. There, institutional bastions is now being researched. Let's unpause. Automated mining complex. This is one of the important techs that we need that we got from automated. So this is good. We'll research. We'll add. Actually, I'm going to set that as a favorite so I don't lose it. Space defenses online in another region in China. We're slowly getting our space defenses together, which is good because we need to get back into funding our actual country soon. This alien fleet is moving very quickly.
We have neutralized their key people.
That was crackdown on that region, and we've now got the nanofac constructed in Shipyard Smithy, which should mean that construction increases at a higher rate.
Order is returning.
And we have managed to crack down that control point. So one thing I need to remember to do is to fix that. Fight for the right to party. Oh no, it's only crackdown. We haven't actually taken it over yet. Right. I got really confused there. That was one of the people that we have turned getting a crackdown. That's why. So it looks like one of our enemies actually cracked down the same control point that we cracked down this turn. Border warfare. Troops are exchanging fire along the pre-war borders of Iran and the alien administration. The lack of mobilized expeditionary forces in the theater limits both sides to short probing attacks against each other's lines. Even if one side was to make a breakthrough, they would lack the reserves to properly exploit it. It is unlikely that any decisive action will take place here. Nevertheless, the war continues. May it come to an end soon. 80% fact of limited damage to the economy. 10% chance to make gains. We get a public opinion boost, basically, and some cohesion. 10% chance they make gains. Scramble aviation assets to strike alien targets and hold their attack. We gain limited damage to economic population in Kabul. Send in our operatives to augment Iran's forces on the attack. We get a 67% chance of success, which gives a public opinion boost, cohesion, they lose cohesion, major damage, or our agents get captured. Now this happened, I think this has happened before. I'm going to roll the dice, see what happens. Okay, it hasn't actually happened yet. With the aid of our operatives, Iranian forces were able to break through the enemy's lines and establish a salient several kilometers into their territory. They won't be able to advance further or even hold positions for very long without reinforcements, but the small victory has nonetheless emboldened Iran and demoralized the alien administration. Good. So, Woot, to catch you up, we basically have lost Mars and lost Venus. We've managed to hold Mercury. We currently do not have a fleet in Earth orbit. We have very little in the way of ships right now. We're looking at trying to re-establish our space mining because we need water desperately and we need volatiles desperately. Actually, we need every resource desperately. And I'm trying to do that with Marines. We're going to try and steal a bunch of resources from the other factions. Energy Institute is complete, which is good. We need to upgrade our stations to use that. I will get started on the automated... Where is it? It was in my favorites. We're going to get started on automated mining complex, which is one of the ones we need. And we'll unpause. Polish army moving to a stand. Okay, the war continues here. We've got 4 armies here ready to defend against them. I think we will be fine. I don't think I need to worry too much about that. I'm just zooming out so nobody gets blinded by the spinning of Earth if you're in too close to it. Okay, that was a failure in Johannesburg. I saw it was a purge failure. Okay, here. we have managed to purge out the enemy from Kazakhstan or the Central Asian Union. I now need to fix our priorities because they'll have changed them. There you go, that's them fixed. Any station that can get an antimatter income. Did I lose the Irby fleet? What do you mean by the Irby fleet? Like the cheap fleet? No. The cheap fleet is still at Mars, strike fleet of one mind. Is that the Irby fleet? So we do have a Mars fleet, which is all really cheap ships, which is what I think you mean by Irbies. We do also have Badass Brigade, which is our fleet at Mercury, but it's taking like 6 weeks to fly home because it's so slow. They had a really great victory against the aliens. 2 great victories against the aliens in Mercury. We can probably build some antimatter stuff. Hey, New Master, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in early to an unexpected stream time. I really honestly did not expect people would tune in this early. It means I can stream a little bit earlier, maybe. In terms of stations that can build, we can build, like, what, 1 antimatter thing per orbit? So it needs to be a station. So let's actually go into this view here. We'll change this just to stations. We'll change this just to Project Exodus. And I can go through. So in Mercury, we have Clark Dowd's Oversight. I don't really have a slot here to add antimatter. Venus, we don't have anything at the moment. Earth, I don't think you can generate antimatter in Earth orbit, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong about that. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought you were referencing an urban mech. I did see that Captain Shack is doing a 4-player MechWarrior 5 mercenary campaign where they're like using a spreadsheet to track the amount of money that they're taking a 20% cut from every mission, splitting it 5 ways. So 20% goes to each player and 20% goes to the company, and then they're having to track their resources. It sounds really fun. All we have now is Harvester Tech, which only works around atmosphere planets. Okay, let's wait for that research to complete then, which is this one up here. Antimatter mass production, and then we'll have a look at getting ourselves antimatter set up. We're not going to distract ourselves right now. Can we research shape charge nuke after phaser? We'll have a look. I've got a feeling we're missing a prerequisite tech for that. It looks like a lot of fun because they're very, very poor. So mechs are really hard to come by, and at least to start with, I only watched it a little bit. Automated fission pile is. Why do you want an automated fission pile? I guess that's to create an automated space station somewhere, isn't it? I don't know if I need to research that or not. I will set it as a favorite to keep an eye on it. Okay, that's a turnover, and nothing crazy has happened. We actually got through an entire turn. We just got a new alien fleet, Actually, that for something that was a turn went by without the aliens actually building a lot of ships, which doesn't happen very often. They usually just churn out ships like crazy. Our control points shifted as well. No, they didn't. It's because we took back that control point from the servants. So the first thing we need to do is we need to defend this and check that anywhere else needs to be defended. So everywhere is defended apart from that one point in the Central Asian Union. So what we'll do is we'll get Hard Python to defend that.
Securing our
That's
interests.
done. Now Yomamoa is easy. She is going to
At your
inspire
service.
Hard Python.
I'll speak with them.
I think you need autofission to get
Wait,
autofission kits. Okay, well, research that next then, Kite. It's not going to take very long to research either way. Now, the rest of the team... Whoops, I just kicked something on my desk. The rest of the team need jobs. And I need
Your
to check
orders?
things. XP check is a good point. Yes, let's do an XP check. You've got to level up. So you're currently at 25 admin, which is great. You're also currently at 25 security and 24 investigation. Your base investigation is very low, so we can afford to give you a point in investigation. That's good. We cannot really afford to spend influence right now. We are in the negative. That's a good point. We are in the negative. Yes, I will stop spending influence after this turn then. We really need to deal with this control point issue. Okay, that's him leveled up. Not for you. You get a level up. Now your admin is currently at 16. If we get you up to 17, I think we can actually move some stuff around for you. I don't know, Noob Master, but we don't have the resources really at the moment anyway. What I'm really wanting to hold out on before we start building ships again is decent engine technology, so the ships we're building are actually going to be useful for a while, rather than spending a lot of time and resources building ships that are either very, very expensive and fast or very, very cheap and slow. That's kind of where my head is at the moment. I could level her admin up. That doesn't change her control point. I could also level her command up, which I do believe affects control point. Yeah, administration, command, and persuasion. So I could level her command up and just sit on the 25 admin. I think we're actually in that dire strait that I need to do that. I need to address this. So let's level her command up. That almost halved the negative that we were in there. You don't have a level up. You don't have a level up. You do have a level up. Your stats are just great. Let's level up. I've already got 2 people with high precision. Hey, Mishaps. Good morning, Mishaps. A bit so early. All problems can be solved by throwing more Artemis torpedoes. Well, when we get there. Let's level up your command. Or your security. Security doesn't count towards control point, though, and that's what I need. Okay, we're down to -7 influence now. That's a good change. That's everybody check for level ups. Now for missions. How are things looking at from an unrest situation? So, Republic of the Southern Cross is a little bit low. Let's spend a turn just getting that up with some public campaigning. We're still fighting over Port Mosby with the Americans, by the way. That is still ongoing.
Acknowledged. I will tell our story.
Jebediah Kerman.
Ready
What
for
is
orders.
the... actually, did that alien get caught last time? Well, there was an alien around for a little while. There's nothing unknown with a really high... Oh, there's this guy here in London. No, it's going to be really low. That's really easy. Yeah, there's nobody here who's hard to find. So I'm not too worried about that. But we also want to buy more volatiles. So what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to make contact with humanity first. That's not bad about the influence at all. Let's confirm assignments. Let's unpause the game and zoom out a little bit. What's that? There's like a line in space over there. Do you see that? What is that? I can't unfortunately select it. It must be a... Was it just a ship near my mouse? If I go back to Earth orbit... I saw it again there for a second. And if I look towards that asteroid... I've lost it. It must have just been a visual glitch. Oh, there is there. What is that? It looks absolutely gigantic. British astronauts in a spacewalk, they all automatically queue up. Like, for me to see that, and the way it's moving means it's very, very far away and very, very big. It's a visual bug in the old patch. Okay. It's just a random ship chilling. It's just a random ship that's bigger than the entire solar system chilling outside the solar system is what it is. Alright, hold on, pause. Oh, I just lagged the game up by zooming in too fast. Oh, we have a fight on our hands. The Dancing Clouds has a particle cannon, a mag battery, and a defense turret. It has 29 armor. The Ash Scour has 5 armor. The Ash Scour cannot survive this fight. We do have much better combat acceleration than it. Really, we kind of just want to run away. We will attempt to avoid combat. If any particular, we may spend Delta V to outrun them. I would like to try and evade, but they have way more Delta V than we do. I don't want to accept. I don't want to engage. So what I want to do is evade, but I don't want to spend the Delta V. There's not really much we can do here, though, is there? Blind Obedience is probably going to die. Welcome back, Demonicus. I'm very happy for you that you have coffee. Do you want to hear something really sad? My housemate smashed my cafetiere. So I drink. That's how I make my coffee every morning. I use like a little 1-cup cafetiere, and my housemate smashed it and hasn't replaced it yet. So I have not had coffee in the morning at home for like 2 weeks. They did it just before PAX. Anyway, there's no chance that I outrange them. They have a particle cannon. And a mag battery. The mag battery and our mag gun will be about the same. Evade with minimal DV commitment is still better. Let's see what we can do then. Neither side chooses to engage, resulting in no battle. Perfect. They decided not to fight us. They waited for their friends to show up. Alright, let's try again. We'll do a enemy max bid will force engagement. Our fleet is maneuvering to avoid combat, but the enemy is giving chase. We now bid some of our available Delta V to try to outrun them. If we bid higher than they do, we avoid combat. If they bid more, we must fight them. The maximum bids are determined by the difference in the fleet's accelerations. Both sides will spend the lower of the 2 bids regardless of whether combat occurs. Okay. We can probably afford to spend, I would say, 1 KPS. We're not going to have enough fuel for this ship to turn around when it gets to its destination anyway. This is a one-way trip that it is going on. I was either going to build I was either going to land it on the asteroid and refuel it, or just scrap it once the Marines had taken the station anyway. But I don't want to spend all of our Delta V just in case something else happens. So I'm going to spend 1. No coffee for 4 months. Why have you had no coffee for 4 months, Rodolfo? Are you getting yourself off caffeine? Blind Obedience attempts to flee the battle with Victor 1100 successfully pursues them. Both fleets spend 1 KBS in the chase, prepare for battle. Okay. Let's start the battle. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to go max speed and we're going to run for it. Selecting 2 ships in the combat space will swap their positions in the selected formation. So they're going to be behind us for this engagement. That's them there. So what we can do is we can do a flip early on. We can boost away until we're at decent velocity, then turn and shoot them as they come at us. That might work for us. Probably won't. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, head full and hope for the best. Okay, let's have a look at how they're coming at us. They're coming at us... Where's the 3rd ship? I only see... Oh no, they're staggered. Ah. Got it, Winterwolf. That makes sense. It's a Vazimir, yeah. This isn't a Vazimir. No, it is a Vazimir. Okay. What we'll do is we will flip here. Well, that's not the right button. So we're facing backwards, and we're just going to coast backwards and see what we can do. Because there's no point... There's we might as well get our control with Z. Okay, how do I reset that? I just do this. And then do that. No, I have to do it here. That's it. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to try and boost as hard as possible, then we're going to turn. Can I accelerate? No, I can't accelerate meaningful. That's maximum acceleration for this ship. Right-click to reset. Okay, so if I want to go for maximum acceleration, that's the best we can do. That's going to use up 5 kps. That's like top speed for this ship. In fact, I can do this even better. If I right-click, I can select the ship, and we can just do a full speed ahead. That's top acceleration for this ship. Put us behind handkerchiefs to sails. That'll give it twice the acceleration. For this ship, it definitely will. So what I'll do is I'll give it a turnaround order when it gets a little bit further out. Let's go. No, I can't remember what drive this ship has. We can't check it in combat, unfortunately. Actually, I can. It is a burner drive. It's a burner drive. Right, they're gonna engage their boosters in a second. That's the range on the call cannon. It is actually big enough that when they turn around, they'll get shots. In fact, if we turn around right now, we'll probably get shots. But I'll order the turnaround here. We'll try and get as much velocity as possible before we turn to fight. This thing only has 5 frontal armor. We're actually going off at a slight angle, which I don't hate. Okay, look at their acceleration, though. They're going to get to us too quickly, I think, before we get the chance to turn around. Green and green. It's going to be tight. I think I'm actually going to change our turnaround to here. I want to wait for the next acceleration mishaps, then I'm going to padlock. Our battery's already firing backwards, which is something. But we need to get that forward gun into play. Last acceleration. Okay, we're turning. Right. We're going to target this. And we're going to padlock. Yeah, there's 0-point defense on this thing. And they're already firing at us. Oh, I think those shots are going to miss. We're out of range and they're out of range right now. They are shooting down our shots. Are those going to miss or are those going to hit? I was hoping our velocity was enough that we didn't have to worry about them. Those are going to hit. That's the ship destroyed. Jeez, that snipe. I should have set the light battery to defense, shouldn't I? I think a whole load of Marines just died. I can't set the light battery to defense. Oh, I can set this to defense. Wait, the light core battery's been destroyed. Yeah, this is a death. This ship is dead. Sorry, Marines, I failed you. The next wave of these ships, I think, will need to have PD. Look at the rate of fire on that mag gun. Okay, so we lost those Marines. I wasn't expecting them to get intercepted. These things happen. That was a loss. It's a medium, yeah. I took it for bombardment more than anything else. Big F. Big F. Okay, we lost that fight. That's fine. I'm not too upset about that. Yeah, cruisers or lancers maybe. Let's unpause the game. We still have the Reaver fleet
Establishing contact.
on the way, right? Let's
Even
grab
the
some
science
more of
project
this.
is amusing. At least the technologies you are developing will be useful in the fight against the invaders.
I'm just going to give them more technology. I don't really care. Like, I don't mind making humanity first a little bit more powerful. Is there a support module focus super heavy? I think there is, yeah. We can have a look in a second. Dreadnought is battery focused. Let's see if we
I
have a
believe
quick
they'll stay loyal to the
look.
cause.
Let's probably pause the game.
Offering assistance.
Hang on, the game unpaused itself. Let me
Making
pause the game.
things
Thank you.
safe for our people.
If I go to Ship Designer, we just have a quick look. So we've got the Dreadnought. Dreadnought is battery focused. The Lancer is spinal focused, and that we don't have the Titan. There's the Titan, which is the third, but the Titan has behind its own research. We're probably going to be building a lot of the Dreadnoughts and stuff.
We're winning their hearts and
Hey
minds.
James, how's it going? Fancy catching a stream. We're
Public
such a 50
sentiment
minutes
is
lunch break left.
increasingly
Better than
with us.
nothing. Can I quit the last two streams? Are Mars series still alive? Okay, series is still alive and thriving. Mars pretty much got completely wiped out. We still have a fleet in orbit of Mars, but they were too slow to stop most of our mines from being destroyed. We have rebuilt the mines that matter on Mars, and we are now looking to retake mines further out in the solar system while we roll up our research to get a better engine technology. That's where we are at the moment, Hans. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. I really appreciate you dropping by during your lunch break. It's wild that it's lunch break time in Europe, and I'm like, it's 10 p.m. for me. That's not us. Nothing to worry about there. Automated mining complex is completed, which is great. At least we have access for heavy armor ships, a lot of Kogan. Yes. And that's what's working for us. It's 7 in the morning for you, damn. Time zones, man. We just need to get rid of them. Honestly. South Korea, under control, has declared war on the Ivory Coast. For a second, I thought South Korea declared war on Ireland. And I thought, this is going to be a wild... This is a wild timeline. But no, it's the Ivory Coast. Okay. Stuff that we need to research. Do we need automated fission pile? I think I said I was going to get it anywhere because it's only 1,000 points. Let's just grab it. It's a lot better than the worst case scenario. It's still not great. We're currently struggling a lot because we do not have any control points and we have no ships. You'd have in the middle of the night. I'm sure that's normal. Fair enough. Alien assault ship launches towards Earth. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm actually surprised it's taken this long for this to happen. Currently, we do not have an intercept fleet in Earth orbit, which means that the aliens can land armies on Earth without our intervention. We've managed to stop. I think we've stopped 7 of these in this campaign so far. This is going to arrive in June 2048. It's going to take basically a year to get to Earth. We could start building some ships to try and intercept it. Let's have a look at the actual fleet. The fleet is only 3 ships. It's a dreadnought, a cruiser, and an assault carrier. If we wanted to, we could probably build... Sorry, I'm playing with a bracelet, which is why you can probably hear the clicky clackies. I'll put it down. I fidget when I'm thinking. We could probably build a fleet to take this on. We could probably get something in space to stand in the way of this. It's going to have to be a decent ship, though. It needs to have speed. It can't, as Mishap says, it can't be our little spammy Vazimir ships. Which means we're going to need to spend water to fuel these ships to get them into position. We're basically looking at building a bunch of bad hammers to take this on. What's the armor like on these things? We don't know. Okay. We don't have a lot of details on them. I will set an alarm. You could use chemical engines, maybe. It won't need to go far. Yeah. I mean, if we wanted to have a look, right? Let's say I wanted to build a Lancer. Just... It means exotics. That's true. The armor is at least 50 nodes. If I wanted to build a Lancer, just to like think it out, right? We'd be looking at... right now, it's going to be a 960cm ultraviolet arc laser cannon. The other option... How How cheap can we make this? Is it the Ares or the Hestia? These are the really fast ones. These are the nuclear powered penetrators. How cheap can we make this, do you think? Is it just a stupid idea? Or do we just build gunships or monitors? It's probably cheaper, right? If I just go for... we could do monitors. Monitors are always the fallback for missile ships. They've got such a good layout. Because we can do 4 of these. Yeah. The question is, do I want to run Hestias or do I want to run Ares on these? So that's a 60% damage to armor. So they're both penetrator warheads. This does 855 damage. This does 2,424. These have an acceleration of 4.9 Gs. These have an acceleration of 4.9 Gs. These have 18.5 delta V. These have 9 delta V. Targeting range of 1,000 kilometers. Targeting range of 1,000 kilometers. It feels like the Ares are just better. So we do 4 of those. The biggest thing we'd have to look at is engines. Except for DV. Yeah, it's just a shorter range missile, but... The Hestia have much more fuel, so they're more accurate, but Ares hit harder. These ships aren't going to be dodging, though. I mean, we're firing at an assault carrier. All we're really looking to do is take out the assault carrier. Exactly what Hildebrand said, yes. So in terms of engines, we've got the Super Cronus liquid rocket, we've got the Vasimir, we've got the Pulse Plasmoid, we've got the Pegasus, and we've got the Burner. The Pegasus is the premium engine, but I think it's a little bit too good for what we want to do here. The Pulse Plasmoid is very slow, I think. We also now have access to the Antimatter Spiker, which gives us a 30% thrust bonus to fission and fusion drives. Which I think is just the Pegasus and the Burner drive right now. How fast can we get a ship with Pulse Plasmoid? Not fast at all. Combat acceleration in the milli-Gs. Yeah, exactly, Kite. So I don't think we can afford... I mean, I think all of these are pretty bad. That cruise acceleration is terrible. I mean, the Super Cronus liquid rocket is still pretty slow, isn't it? Diana super heavy chemical rockets. Do we have those? Apex, Meteor, Neutron, Venture, Diana super heavy. Let's just take them off obsolete for the moment. So the Diana super heavy. I mean, Mishaps is not wrong. That's a good point, Gargany. The problem is refueling them is so expensive. It's so expensive to refuel them. This thing can hit... It can hit at decent speed. The fuel isn't that expensive. But I'm going to need a lot of propellant. And I'm not even put armor on it yet. No. I don't think that the Diana is going to work. Yeah, I don't think the Diana is going to work. Because to get to like 8 Delta V... Look how many attacks I'm going to need. Yeah, and this is before... I actually want to just have a look. I think the burner's too slow. Oh, we don't want that many. Let's put 10 in for the moment. Okay, that's a ton of Delta V, but that combat acceleration is really bad. It's not going to get out of the fight at 745 milligs. But let me just have a check. So if we go with this, right, and then we slot in this, that changes things. I mean, that's brought us up to almost a G of combat acceleration. But our cruise acceleration is bad. I don't know why I said it that way. The cruise acceleration is really bad. Also a slush hydrogen. Where's that? That doesn't make much of a difference, honestly. The slush hydrogen. It's a very minuscule change. In fact, that puts our combat acceleration down. Yeah, so the slush hydrogen tankage increases our delta V, but it reduces our acceleration. You're right, we don't need 50 kps of delta V. I mean, we could get away with 2 propellant tanks here. That's a 1.3... The problem is the cruise acceleration. This ship's never going to intercept. This ship is never going to intercept at 52.3 millig's cruise acceleration. It's just never going to do it. What we actually need to do is we need a Pegasus. I just put the sim drive back in. The Pegasus can make the intercept. Right, we've got 4G's combat acceleration. We've got 2G's cruise acceleration. I'm loving it, Nathany. It is weird and strange and beautiful. The story so far is really compelling but odd. It's very whimsical, but in a kind of dark fantasy way. The characters are very good. I bounced off the first hour of it the first time I tried to play it, but I'm glad I kept with it. I'm really enjoying it so far. But it needs to get there in time route. If it takes 3 weeks to make the transition, then we're not going to be able to stop them from landing. That's the problem that we're having right now in Mercury, is it's taking like 2 months for our fleet to fly from one side of Mercury orbit to the other to get back to the thing. I think we need to run with Pegasus. And yes, I know that sucks, but we don't need many tanks. Not with a fission spiker. Let me just add the rest of the stuff we need. We want the quantum. Why do I even still have these? Like, is it the music composer's first game? Really? Yeah, I bounced off it hard. I have to admit, I didn't. The introduction did not grab me, but once I got, it is. Oh, look, it's also a bit goofy at times. It has, like, whimsy is a really good way to describe it. It's dealing with some really adult and dark themes at the same time as the world itself being really goofy. Sounds like me and the guys in Space Engineers. That's how I'll put it. So we put a slush hydrogen tankage on. We've got 3.2 kps. See, okay, that doesn't change that. And then we have 1 slot left. It is simultaneously whimsical dark, yes. We'll probably put a targeting computer 3 on here. More delta V will mean more longer acceleration maneuver. More delta V means it can... Think of delta V as just fuel. So the more delta V it has, the more it can do. Same mishaps, so much. I really wish that fits for the vibe. So this having 3.2 kbs means it can get around Earth orbit fine. It's probably not going to make it back from the fight very well. We also need to armor this thing up. I would probably want to put a decent amount of armor on it. Which is unfashionable. That's true. They are wearing uniforms, though. Like, it isn't a uniform. Maybe put, like, 5 on here, and then we'll put, like, 10 in the back. So that's slowed us down, but I can add more tanks. Cruise acceleration is going down, which is the cruise acceleration is the important one, really. What do we think of this? You spend more fuel to get faster. It doesn't need to... All it needs to do, really, is... The more magazines we have, the more likely to for the fight. Right, magazines, of course. I forgot about magazines. I want to sneeze again. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, magazines. I forgot about magazines. Maybe that. It spews missiles, kills a troop carrier. That's true. Drop that down to 10. Drop that down to 5. Drop that down to 1. Oh, I think I'm going down with the cold. Okay. So we've got a cruise velocity of 3.8, so we've got a cruise acceleration of 1.2 Gs, we've got a combat acceleration of 4 Gs. So it fires off its missiles and tanks for the other ships in the fleet. It fires off all its missiles and it just gets out of there. Like, I'm thinking a fleet of 4 or 5 of these that just fire all of their missiles at the carrier and then leave. And that's all we care about. Yeah, the Pegasus drive does kind of suck. And you know what the worst thing is? It's the best engine we have right now. Nothing else can give us... Nothing else we have can give us cruise acceleration and combat center acceleration in the Gs rather than micro Gs. Like, nothing can compete with it. Someone is awfully optimistic, true. These are literally just missile carriers. The most powerful drive does not mean the best drive. That's true, Mishaps, you're correct. There are more efficient drives that we have for certain. But this needs to do 2 jobs. I don't know. Let's have a look. So 1.24, 3.8. It's the cruise acceleration that I'm worried about. The slush tankage is giving us more... The slush tankage gives us more distance. The fission spiker gives us more thrust. Terawatt gas reactors and firestorm fission lantern. We'll have to look into that, Gurgly. Still nearly a G. Look, these are cheap ships. These are really cheap ships. The advantage of not using the fish antimatter spiker is we're not spending any antimatter either. We need 3 Ps of antimatter to fit each of these without it. We're doing 123 water, which is fine. We're doing 101 thistles, which is okay. We're doing 180 metals, which is fine. 54 noble metals, and we're doing 6.7 thistles. I mean, I don't see why we just don't build them just to throw them at the wall and see what happens. If they fail, they fail. It's not a huge investment. RIP the cruise, basically. And I hate to think of it that way. I don't like to narratively just throw people away, but that's kind of where we are in this campaign right now. Okay, I think I'm going to build these. Let's get a name for the design in chat, please. First name, however, I'm going to give preferential treatment to people who haven't had a name before. New Master got there first. This is the Explodey class. Congratulations, Marine. You have just completed basic training and you've been assigned to the Explodey class missile carrier. We'll use the new design as well. It is a defender. Let's save the design. And we'll queue up a bunch of these in Earth orbit. Earth. Let's roleplay these are autonomous because they're not trained. Yes. Rubicon's quite good as well, Gargly. I like Rubicon. Okay, Betty Botty Bot Butter, who named this station, is our current shipyard. So let's build 4 of these. Okay, that hasn't tanked our stuff too much, and then we'll revisit what we're building after that. T-Rem, of course. Okay, so that's happening. These guys are on their way. That was a diversion. Let's unpause. Okay, purging South Africa, I don't care. The Forces of the European Union imposed a new government regime on the Ivory Coast. Initiative changing hands to Humanity First. I'm quite happy with that. Humanity First Hab Alboa base has been destroyed by the aliens. Badass Brigade have finally completed their transfer back to Clarkdad's oversight without complete repairs. We don't have enough water to refuel them at this time. Alien fleet launches for low Mercury orbit. They're going to arrive on the 12th of February 2047. Hey King of Gurai, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. I'm streaming a lot earlier tonight because I want to do more streaming and more sociable hours for me. So that's why I'm live. Okay, so we've got another alien mega fleet coming for us at Mercury. Let's have a look at what's in this one. There's a lot of big ships in here. We've got a dreadnought, 2 battleships, 1, 2, 3, 4 cruisers, and then a bunch of trash. This is a big fleet. 4.5k combat value. This is a big fleet. So many ships scattered around this space station. Build modern-sized ships that are autonomous. Yeah, I'm sure we can have just more autonomous-sized ships. What is the current size combat value of Badass Brigade? Badass Brigade is currently 1.2k. So Badass Brigade is... So, they're coming to low Mercury orbit. Badass Brigade is our Mercury defense fleet. if we head back over to Mercury, this is our defense fleet in Mercury orbit. They are a storied fleet. What we need to do between now and them arriving is get this fleet upgraded. They need to be. So most of these are Mark 1s. So these are all Mark 1 Banhammers. These are all Mark 1 battleships. We need to get these all upgraded to the Mark 4s. That's very true, mishaps. You don't want to use that kind of thing. So we need to get this fleet upgraded. So I'm going to start doing that now. We've got until February. We don't have a lot of time. We might have to start buying water. We're going to need a lot of water to refit this fleet. But with the refits, we can do. So I go refit docked ship. Banhammer is going to cost us, 563 water to refit it. These ships really need to be upgraded. That's the problem. Does it tell me how long it's going to take? If I click on that, 42 days. Okay. So apart from water, it's really cheap. Like 10 fissils, 39. Refitting will also refuel it. That is the problem. We do not have enough water. Okay. Next month, we're going to buy water off every faction. And we're going to see how many of these ships we can get refitted in time. For now, I'm going to start refitting what I can. We need these ships to be upgraded for this fight. Oh, really? That's so cool, Hayden. That's a great story. Thank you for telling me. That's awesome. A guitar teacher that made fan fiction music for games and got the attention. I love the whole story behind Clair Obscura. It's like not just the story of the game, but the story around the game. Okay, I don't think I can afford to upgrade any of these other ships. Oh, this one is going to cost. Okay, that's how much. I would love to play this, but man, it takes too long. Yes, it is. I've been playing this campaign for over a year at this point, Nathan A. And the only reason I'm still alive is because of chat keeping me right. Okay, so we're gonna have to unpause right now and let things play out, and we're gonna have to rely on our agents buying as much water as possible next turn. That's all we can do. Okay, some of our battle stations are under construction on Mars. That's good. It kind of feels like you discovered the burner drive early. It would have solved a lot of fuel issues, probably. It's fun though, because of the struggle. It's fun because of the struggle, I think, in a way. Okay. First things. Oh damn! We need to defend Japan and Iran this turn, which means 2 of our agents are going to be tied up doing defense stuff on Earth. First keeps taking my bad advice, suffers for other praises chest advice for keeping them alive. Oh, that's great. I recently passed 1,000 hours in this game. I've only finished 1 run. I'm at oh, sorry, I just alt-tabbed out to see how many hours I have in the game, which of course has ended the music. Let me just open Steam really quickly. I'm currently sitting at only 235 hours, surprisingly. It's because I've only played it in very short bursts, which is one of the things I want to fix with like doing this. Okay, first things first, we need to defend Japan. So we're going to get Hard Python to defend Japan. I'm just thinking about the names of our agents and our ships to someone who's just joining the stream randomly. Like, why are they called Yoma and Human and Hard Python? And why are your ships called Big Body Booty and stuff? We need to buy influence as well. We do need to buy influence as well. That is true. Okay, I need to defend Iran as well. That is another statement that will be just wild to someone joining the stream.
Ready to go.
I don't have enough influence to defend Japan and Iran. Hey Bob Jones, how's it going? William Money first, that's great. We don't have it. We have to decide, do we want to defend Iran this turn? Or do we want to defend Japan this turn? I think it has to be Japan. Groucho is going to cancel the advice. I was already planning on doing that because I need her to make contact. That will get me back some influence, won't it? Okay, we'll get her. Oh, contacting costs influence as well. So we can't trade for water this turn. Oh, don't worry. There's gonna be a lot more interesting things, Diamond. Don't worry. So I can't even buy influence. No, I can. I can. Good morning to you. I can get one person to buy influence, or I can defend. I think defending is more important this turn, but then I have no influence. The other option is we abandon somewhere. I can't get rid of any of these. That's the dilemma. The Kite is just put into chat. That is my current dilemma. No, you're right. Abandoning doesn't get me influenced immediately. I think I hold a turn, buy the influence, and defend next turn, which is gonna mean that we might lose Iran. We're not spending our influence, TRAM. We're at a negative influence income because we're over our control point. We could get rid of Russia. We could abandon Russia. Russia isn't doing very much for us right now. But my plan was, I have federated it with the Central Asian Union, and I was looking at bringing them together into one glorious Ultrastan. I think it's in policies. Yeah, I can not. So I can declare war. I can seek peace. I can leave Federation. I can grant independence. I can see Terra disband. On the 6th of February 2047, which is next month, I should be able to federate Russia into the Central Asian Union, or unify them together into one country, which means my control point limit will go up. And I just checked chat, and Kite's asking the same thing. We're so close to clearing that. That's going to give us a lot of breathing room. We're also very close. We're actually very close to completing institutional bastions. Yes, you can change that. So our daily income is -1, and our monthly is -32. Is what's going on up here. You can change it to be a daily view, but I like having the monthly view. Okay, I think we're going to buy influence this turn. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to get Groucho to stop doing this, and since she's going to be doing that, I'm going to get her to reach out. Who has the most... It doesn't really matter who has the most influence right now. I should check who has the most influence. They have 58. Okay, nobody has any influence. Who has the biggest influence income? Because I'll hopefully have some influence when I speak to them. It's the Protectorate. The Protectorate are not going to trade with me. Yeah, the Servants with that 84,000 debt. The Resistance with 7k debt. The Initiative are doing pretty well. I think we're going to have to reach out to the Academy. They've got an income of plus 159, and they're most likely to actually speak to us. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, 2 mishaps. We're going to reach out to the Academy. And we're going to beg them for some influence. Oh, this game, every time we get somewhere, it's like, oh, by the way, you forgot about this.
Initiating contact.
Ready to go.
Okay. The rest of the team need to do stuff this turn. Let's have a look. I can't afford to spend any influence, which means I can't do public opinion. I can stabilize, though. The Resistance, I don't think, has much of a presence on Earth right now. They got pushed out really bad by... Remember when they lost Thailand after nuking Thailand like 1 million times? I think they basically just control Sri Lanka at this point. That's like the only place that they control. Right, we're going to look at unrest. We've got high unrest in Russia and India. So that's what you're going to work on.
We'll turn down the heat.
You're going to work on.
Ready.
That's humanity first. Oh, sorry. I was looking at humanity first, not the resistance. I get them confused. I haven't seen the resistance do much in quite a long time.
We'll make things safe.
At your service.
Which is a bit scary. You can't.
Your orders?
Does this cost influence? This costs influence. We're not going to be able to do that then. You can stabilize Russia.
Restoring order.
And then Name's Blonde needs
Where
a job.
to?
That isn't going to cost me influence. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels in Dwarf. I don't think I have enough influence for both of these actions. I have 15.1 influence. Defending is 20. Oh, has that already been spent? Oh, can you hear that? Can you hear the little buffs? I think there's a dog at the door who wants to come into my room. Yeah, the puppy's right at the door. Let me let her in 1 second. 2 big snores. Everyone likes to be snore. Hey, as you wrapped up your burrito. Okay. The question is, have I already spent the 20 influence for the defend interest? I think I have because it's grayed out. So I should have enough points. I should be able to do this. Let's, I'm just going to get him to surveil, I think. This is a very
On Overwatch.
weird turn we're about to issue. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. We have to buy this influence. I just hope we don't lose Iran. A new initiative fleet.
To die on some miserable poison world. I want to die countless light years from Earth with a smile on my face as I bask next to a perfect ocean under a perfect sky.
Titanic spacecraft
Director Khalid Al-Ashqar,
have been researched.
Preparing for tomorrow online newsletter.
That was one of the ones the Academy went for, and they've now selected the Accelerando. So we now have access to Titans research, which is the biggest ships in the game. We still have to research Titans, but that's coming. Big shift, actually.
Initiating recon.
Why did I send you to Bangkok? I thought I sent you to Central Asia. Yes, if only had some water. Okay, we have made contact.
We will safeguard humankind ourselves.
There is no option to buy influence from the Academy. We will buy as much water as we can from them. 1, 2, 3, 7. There's nothing else I want to buy from them. Damn. Projects. Is there anything they want? Let's give them all as much as they... Okay, that works for me. Can we make flying space stations? Yes, pretty much. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, let's quickly select the fleet. Let's get some more ships upgrading. So we'll get this guy upgrading. We'll get this guy upgrading. And we'll get this guy. That's 550 water. Alright, well, let's at least some of these ships upgrading, and they'll all be ready in time. But, 30 days, 30 days. Yeah, they're arriving on the 27th of February. I think we have space in Earth orbit to at least lay down some influence stuff. We have a lot of stations in Earth orbit. They didn't... The aliens didn't actually deal with them. They left. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stations in Earth orbit. Do any of them have space on them? What is that module? Zero Science Institute. Oh, this station here is a mess. What is going on with Sales Center? This station is also a mess. Materials Research Center. What is going on? Oh, I think I started to replace these and then I stopped when things got messy. Yeah, I've got 2 researchers running on that at the moment, Bob. Okay, we can do something with Sales Center. Sales Center is disgusting. Okay. So, Sales Center, I need influence. So, a Space Resort gets me 5 influence. A Space Hotel gets me 2 influence. A Broadcast Ambulance gets me 4 influence at Tier 1. I think we want to build broadcast outlets. This also gets us cash, though. I'm just looking at the cost. I think... So how long is this going to take to build? It will take... It doesn't tell me how long it's going to take to build. It tells me how long it's going to take to build on Earth, 180 days. I think we should lay down some space resorts. 180 days in space. So it's going to be a while. How long will it take to build broadcast outlets? Broadcast outlets will take 30 days to build. They cost basically nothing. And they'll get us 4 influence. We would need what? We would need 10 of them to counter the... Well, less than that. Can you cyber an agent to improve income? Excuse me, what? Can I what an agent? You mean like set him up with some Yeah, I could probably, I think I know what you mean. Can I give him some orgs? I'm going to just slap as many broadcast outlets as I can on this space station. How are we doing for power? We're great for power. Cybernetics, right. No, I can't. Also, consider the maintenance costs. What are the maintenance costs for this? It's basically nothing. Like, 0.15 fistles, I don't care. We don't need these Xenoscience research centers. Admin broadcast. Oh, this already has broadcast outlets on it. Huh. There are surgeons and programs. Yes, you can cyber them to improve income. Yes. Alright. I'm going to do that. And then there was another station that was kind of unfinished. Hobbit Hole is also pretty messy. It's using tier 2 research. I could really easily add a bunch of broadcast outlets. I just need to remember to come back and do something about them later down the road. Boy, do we need tier 2 influence modules. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I think I'm going to just slap a bunch of broadcast outlets on this place. We're currently sitting at... We're not very power positive, so let's add another solar farm. I can actually upgrade these. Jeez. I think that's going to take too long. They're going to take 60 days. That's fine. We'll upgrade one of the solar farms. And then we will add on a bunch of broadcast outlets. So that's 730. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're still fine for power. Okay, we'll just be beaming down tons of propaganda from space. That's fine. So that should help this a little bit in 30 days, which will be by basically next turn.
Securing our control.
I'm just keeping an eye on this number up here. It's going up.
Things are cooling off.
Things are stabilizing.
That's fine. That's just a one-ship fleet. I'm not too worried
Our
about
efforts
it.
didn't have any effect.
To the new initiative fleet. Adversities. Okay, so there's a crackdown on Iran. We kind of expected that to happen. Okay, Iran is getting destroyed right now. So we've lost 2 control points, have been cracked down. Influence fixed, yes. Because of the crackdowns, the influence has actually been fixed. That's quite funny. Okay, automated fission pile is done. So that's another prerequisite tech completed. Right. I'm tempted to lay down the Pan... Hey, Neutron, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm tempted to lay down the Pan-Asian Combine again. To get this moving forward so we can start working on the Pacific Defense League. That's the long-term fix for our problems. And we've already put 22,000 research into this. We could also get the tier 2 influence, yes. But the thing is that we've got other stuff. Well, the problem is, Mishaps, is I don't have the research here to research those better drives yet. To get those better drives, we need the high-level research to complete. There's nothing here I can research. And yes, we could research giant spaceships. That is true. But, I mean, the big fix for our problems is Pan-Asian Combine. And it's not like we're starting from scratch. It's got 22,000 research already put into it. Yes, my research is really poor because all of my research stations got destroyed. We're on our 4th crawlback from nothing at the moment. We've had everything wiped out by the aliens multiple times in this campaign. We lost all of our research farms in Venus orbit, we lost all of our research farms in Mercury orbit, and we lost all of our research stations in Earth orbit. Research University is here and ready for research. I've got it favorited. This guy here, that's a tier 2 research. But what other people are looking at is a tier 2 influence, which is the command center. No, it's not the command center. I think it's here. Media Hope, integrated adaptive data modeling. Admin tower. What's this research? What's this resource here? What is this resource? Why do I not recognize this? Oh, it's control points. Duh. Hey, and how's it going? Oh, that rules thing needs to be fixed. That's a mess. We're losing Iran, so influence is fine. Yeah, I think that's control points. Yeah, sorry, I got that. I got distracted by his name. I think I'm going to go for Super China. We're going to have Super China just kicking off in the background. The other 2 researchers are going to complete pretty quickly. Are we thinking admin tower first? You know what? The admin tower is actually a pretty good short-term solution. Let's grab admin tower to start with. You convinced me. So institutional bastions is going to get us command points. Transnational management is also going to get us transnational. Remember, we're researching transnational management at the moment. That's going to get us 120 control points when it completes. Yes, it's not going to complete until 2050. That's probably a complete waste of a research slot, honestly. Now that I'm looking at it, I think we should get rid of transnational management. I think I'm going to get the comm hub. If we're doing admin tower, and we're doing all these other things, I don't think we need that 120 right now. That 120 is just not going to happen for a really, really long time. Where is comm tower? Is it command center? No. What's the other one I'm looking for? This is the worst part of the game, is trying to find the research you're looking for all the time. Comm hub at the bottom of social. Yes, the tier 2. Okay, yeah, the media center. Yeah, select project. Okay, we'll get both of these researching because this is only 1,000. Yeah, together it's a really cheap research. Okay. We're losing Iran. We're losing Iran. We'll get Iran back. Ballast Brigade has been repaired. I'm going to get them to resupply as much as possible. Wait, they don't need any water? They're not asking for water to resupply. They're actually mostly refueled. Okay, resupply. I won't have time to upgrade any of them more than this, but at least they're resupplied. There's an American army on its way to Port Mosby. So, unfortunately, the brave defenders, Lister's Legion, are about to be double-teamed by the Americans as they fight us with their laser tanks. This is basically Battlefield 6 here. What if losing Iran gets items back to positive is acceptable price to pay? Yeah, but Iran's really important to... Iran's essential to our defensive operations because it's the corridor that connects the Caliphate to China. Okay, Ballast Brigade has been resupplied. That's great. We're going to get a big space battle. That's another fleet arriving in Mercury orbit. Ah, they're bombarding us. I think they're going to lose those fights. I'm pretty sure those stations on Mercury have all been upgraded. If we have a quick look at Habs on Mercury, I'm pretty sure they're pretty nasty in terms of defenses. Okay, 2 LDIs is not nasty in terms of defenses. Why have I not upgraded these yet? This one has a battle station. Huge surface-to-orbit ultraviolet arc laser cannon. But this just has large surface-to-orbit ultraviolet arc laser cannons. I mean, this state... it's just got 2 LDAs. It's just one ship that's bombarding it, though. You think I'd learned from my mistakes, right? Can Iran not join the Caliphate? I can't at the moment. There's another layer of Caliphate research I need to get before Iran. So another American army heading to Port Mosby. Cool. So basically, the Caliphate research I have at the moment has allowed me to combine all of this, and then it wants me to move into Africa. Then there's another level of Caliphate research which lets me go eastwards, basically. Medium existed. Okay, new turn. We're going to have to do something about Iran this turn. It's also near the end of January. I'm just thinking about the spending of our influence this turn. First of all, there's no other countries that need defended right now. It is just Iran. Okay. So what I really want to do is I want to purge in Iran. Why is it stuck on Thailand? I don't want it to purge Thailand. I'm clicking on Iran. Oh, because it's a purge. They haven't taken the control point yet.
Where do you need me?
That's right. They're cracked down, but they haven't taken them over yet. This is way before I ever got to in the game. Look, this is a cursed campaign, okay? This is a seriously cursed campaign. I should have thrown the towel in a long time ago. We had a really bad start. We've had a really bad mid-game, but I'm really enjoying it because it's so hard. And that's why we're still playing it. Hey Nook, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We can defend, and we will do that. It's going to cost us 20 influence to defend.
Protecting our interests.
But we're going to gain 147 next turn, so that's something. I can't really afford to spend a lot of influence this turn. I'm trying to think what was useful to do with our people when I can't spend influence. That noise is the dog, by the way, that clicky noise. We can unite. We don't actually have any regular ships in orbit of Earth to help Hayden. That's very true, Hildebrand. We've been holding on. So on the 6th of February, we can unify the Central Asian Union and Russia into one country. I actually think that will happen this turn because set national policy is speed 4. It happens 4/6 of the turn through, and the turn is what, 30 days or 60 days right now. I'm pretty sure that the set national policy will trigger after the 6th of February, which means I could attempt the unification this turn. There's a small chance I could miss, but if I don't, it's a huge boost. It drops our control point maximum, and it increases our influence income if I pull it off. So I think I am going to get someone to do a set national policy. I'm going to get Groucho to do it. She's going to set national policy in the Central Asian Union for 10 influence.
Heading to the capital.
And she's going to attempt to unify the Central Asian Union and Russia into the Eurasian Union. Okay, the rest of the team, we're basically going to have to just deal with unrest. So we have unrest in India, which is probably going to be the main focus of this turn.
We'll make things safe.
Because there's not a lot else I can afford to do.
Standing by.
What should national policy set trigger exactly one day before the end of the day? Yes, I bet you that's exactly what's going to happen. Puppy got bored being in bed and has gotten out of bed. Now she's stretching. Are you going to be a pest?
What's the up?
She's just sniffing around right now. You can probably hear her sniffing. She's not like she's a quiet dog. Oh. You gonna bark because I close the door? Nope. She's just sniffing around. I'll just leave her. Let her do her thing. Hope you don't mind the noise.
Ice up.
Alright. Let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. We also have that fight in Mercury coming very soon. And they're probably not going to engage our fleet. They're probably going to attack the base.
Surveilling target area.
Securing our interests.
Okay, that's the executive defended. Oh, well, I've done it in the wrong place then.
The simple truth.
Okay, phasers are now available for research. This is very big technology.
With air, once pierced, it has lost all its wonder.
So we've now unlocked phaser research. Oh, sorry, I need to sort the dog out. 1 second. What do you want? back. Sorry about that. She's started sleeping in this old armchair, so I have to help her. She's a little bit, after her thing with her back, she's a little bit stiff, so I have to help her up into the armchair, and then she'll bark if I don't tuck her in with a blanket, so I just had to do that. But now we have phased researchers, and yeah, she was very excited about that. Okay. Now what do we research next? Electrostatic propulsion is available. I don't think we care. High energy magic, we don't care. I mean, that gets us advanced Vasimir, Helicon, Lorentz, but those aren't what we're looking for. Mission to Jupiter, we're holding off on that for now. Neutronics gets us ultra-cold neutral containment, fission pulse drives, Orion drive, antimatter microfission drive, Z-pinch microfission drive. This is it. This is, I think, fission pulse is what we've been looking for. We need the drives before the mission, right, Kite? That's what I was thinking. I think we need fission pulse drives. Where are shape charged nuclear missiles? I don't see the... Hang on, let's load the insane tech tree. Give it a second to load. Oh, is it part of fission? Okay. Well, that's just like fission pulse. Well, then I think we get fission pulse. We have to lay down fission pulse if that's the case. Yeah, shape charge nuclear missile, 71%. People have been hyping up nuclear hollow charges all game. Don't take fission for drives, but that's what we've been working towards this entire campaign route. Is the fission drives? We're looking towards Z-pinch drives. We just don't have anything else. There isn't another type of drive that I've forgotten about, is there? There's high energy electrostatic propulsion, which is the Vasimir stuff. We don't really care about that. Antimatter microfission drive sounds maybe promising. Yeah, but we need to actually... So if we need neutronics to get access to advanced fission systems, but that doesn't give us any engines. And then that lets us access heavy pulse propulsion, which gets us the H Orion drive and the Acheron-shaped nuclear torpedoes that everybody's talking about. So that's the other... That's going to take us a long time to get there, yeah. But the thing is, we're so far behind in thing. We're having to make choices. We can't afford to go for the best technologies because we're struggling so much. Is why we're looking at fission as a stopgap to give us the chance to get established again before we can move on to heavy pulsed. Fission is also a prerequisite to heavy pulsed. Neutronics advanced fission gives you terawatt gas car. Yeah. Both, no matter what, we're going to need to research both of these to get access to heavy pulse down the road. But we could push towards advanced fission systems now if we think Terracotta Cascar fission reactor, but these are reactors, not engines. Getting through antimatter requires control and explosion of Jupiter. Yeah, because that gets us helium. Mercury's. We'll get helium-3 from Jupiter. Kind of getting the heart from the force. Yeah. This is why I want to get fission pulse drives now, so we have an engine now, because we don't have an engine now, and then we can work towards the other techs. That's the whole reason we're going to fission pulse. Drives are granted by research and reactors. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, neutronics gets us ultra-cold neutral containment. This also gets a shape charge. Can we check the stats of the fission pulse drives? Not in game. I can't. I would need to log out of the game to do that. I don't have the drive stats handy. There is an insane spreadsheet out there that I don't have the current version of that tells us whether they're worth it or not. Not view. Oh yeah, you're right. I probably could. Hang on. What's the drive we're looking for? So let's have a look at the Orion drive first of all. Does it actually let us see the stats for? Okay, so the Orion drive. Here we go. Antimatter microfission. The antimatter microfission drive has a thrust rating of 14.7, It's a 98% efficient. It uses 3 fish of antimatter per tank to go with the peas. And then we want to compare that to the Z pinch. That has a rating of 7.3. It is still... It doesn't require antimatter. It is also a fission drive, which means we can use the fission spiker with it. Thrust is 11.2 rated. Combat acceleration doesn't look great with the microfission. Oh, hello, cat. Antimatter microfission seems decent. So should we go for the antimatter then? Should we push for this? In order to get that, we need fission pulse drives, which we have. It was another tech we needed. Hang on. We need we need fission pulse drives to get our hands on this. Check Firestar fission lanterns. They're quite far away, the Firestars. I'm looking for something now. And I'm also not making antimatter because I can't defend Mercury because I don't have an engine to defend Mercury with, so my ships aren't fast enough to defend the stations when they get attacked by the aliens. This is the problem. Like there's things going on in the campaign that are requiring us to cut corners and do things that aren't optimum. Yes, there are better drives to research, but we need a drive now so that we can lay down the foundations to do things like harvest antimatter, which we can't do at the moment because we can't defend our stuff. Yeah. I just feel like for us right now, a drive that isn't going to cost 1 million water is better than nothing. Fission pulse drives gets us new engines very soon. And then we can start working towards the other stuff. Terawatt gas core. I can't search for Terawatt gas core. Terawatt gas core requires advanced fission systems, which isn't unlocked yet. Advanced fission systems requires neutronics. Oh, spelling, right. So this is the toss-up, okay? This is what we are stuck on right now. Let me show you very quickly. We'll use the simple tree, not the full tree. So there are 2 directions we can go in. We can research fission pulse drives. Fission pulse drives gets us Orion, antimatter microfission drive, which seems okay, and the Z-pinch microfission drive right now. Then, or we can research neutronics, which doesn't give us any engines right now, but it unlocks advanced fission systems, which gets us better engines down the road. My call is we do fission pulse drives first, then we go down this route. And if we want to head down to heavy pulse propulsion in the long run, we still need to research fission pulse drives to get there. So I'm gonna take the step. I'm gonna research fission pulse drives. This is gonna take like a year to research anyway. It's done. I've laid it down. We're researching fission pulse drives. For 25 or 40, 15 to 25. Yeah, we're spending a lot of research now, but we should be okay. Okay, it's going to complete on the 7th of... It's actually going to complete this year, fission pulse drives, which is pretty good. Also, antimatter mass production is about to complete, which gives us another research slot for neutronics. So we can research both if we need to. We should be okay. Point defense phasers are now available for research. Let's set that as a favorite. Phaser batteries are available for research. That's good. That's the Jolly Roger has been completed its refit, and it's been okay. I need to re-add it to the fleet. That's annoying that it doesn't automatically rejoin the fleet.
Order is returning.
Okay, Purple Murderer Burglar on Mercury now has a shipyard. Oh, that's been upgraded. And now they're bombarding us again, the Alpha Crater. They haven't destroyed anything at the Alpha Crater yet, which is good.
Things are stabilizing.
The situation remains chaotic.
Okay. Automated solar outpost kit is not something we're too worried about. Infrared phaser cannons, I'm not too worried about. It's the ultraviolet phasers I'm looking for. I just realized I've been favoriting the wrong things. Green, green, ultraviolet. That's what we want. Badhammer, another Badhammer has been completed. That ship looks nice. Oh, I can just click Join Badass Brigade. I'm an idiot. Yes, Join Badass Brigade. Join Badass Brigade. Communications hub has been researched. That's the upgrade to the media center. That's pretty great to pick up right now. Oh, hey Salty, how's it going? How much longer will the stream be going for? Well, this is my normal start time for the stream now. So I would normally go for another 2 hours at this point. I'm going to see how I'm feeling in another hour. Apparently, I've only been live for an hour and 48 minutes, even though I thought I started much earlier than normal. So we'll see how we do for an hour, and then we'll go from there. I might do another hour after that, or I might stop. Depends what's happening in the campaign and how tired I am, because we are starting to hit the point where I will start getting tired. Okay, stuff to research. I don't need infrared phaser batteries. The choice is point defense phaser turrets is a big one. It's very cheap. It's very quick. I might just knock that out, and then we want to start working on ultraviolet phaser batteries. We also need the cannons as well. And yes, posture check. Thank you, Demonicus. I think I'm just going to get point defense phaser turrets out of the way, and then we'll go onwards.
Mission complete.
Okay, we're too early for unification. Oh. Gurgly called it. The date today, in-game, is the 5th of February 2047. If I jump to Earth, and I check the unification, 6th of February 2047. 1 day off. One day off. That's so annoying. We just have to cancel. We'll do it again next turn. You may pick green phases eventually first moment. That's true. But for now, I don't need them in my favorites queue. Debris duty. We have identified a piece of orbital debris which will pass close to Hobbit Hole. While there's no risk of collision, this is a rare opportunity for us. If we can safely remove the debris, we'll improve the safety of space operations in low Earth orbit. Going forward, the Seven accounts are also pointing out a similar public benefits raised mission. So we'll use our onboard. We'll just do that. We're getting close on this. Is getting better. We have completed construction new mining colony. That's more thistles for us, which is good. And we've got another of our battle cruisers upgraded. So these are upgrading from block 1 to block 4. It's a really big upgrade for them. And we're getting very close. We've lost party control point to the initiative. That's fine. We'll get that back next turn. That alien fleet is about to arrive, I think. Okay, there's another control point. Okay, that's more space defenses. Alien fleet has arrived in Mercury orbit. Okay, I'm just going to stop there for a second. I've been streaming for a little while. I'm just going to make a save at this point because we've been going for a while. Okay. Oops. Let's jump over to Mercury. It does indeed feast on desperation for Unity. So this is why we don't have any antimatter currently being produced at Mercury, because at the moment the aliens are sending constant Doom fleets to Mercury, and they're targeting the Humanity First base that is on. In fact, I think they're targeting this station here. Ballast Brigade is not all upgraded, but it is upgraded and fully fueled. It is also a very slow fleet. If I wanted to intercept Victor 1011, they don't actually have enough Delta V to do that right now. But they're currently doing a transfer to this station here. We may be able to look at intercept when they've made that transfer. But they're not actually coming after us. They're coming after Humanity First right now. And they've just destroyed... They've just had a battle at that station, and they're now locked there at the moment. Let's just have a look. I don't think we can transfer over to them. So we could do it, but it would take 3.48 weeks to make that transfer. That's because of the defensive ships we have in the fleet that are very slow because we don't have good engines. I could get rid of them, and the transfer would be much faster, but we'd also lose a lot of our defensive ships, and our big strategy right now is making use of them. We're heading towards that, Gregory. That research is currently being undertaken right now. It just hasn't completed yet. Yeah. They are very mean, those transports. And that station has been destroyed. And now the aliens are bombarding our station. And that station will not last long. So the station they are bombarding is, I believe, the one in Adventure Roops. It's Braveheart Station, which is this station. No, this is Purple Murder Burglar. This is the one that has the battle station. They're actually bombarding Braveheart, which does not have the battle station. Now, they are locked in that bombardment for a period of 3 weeks, I think. Potentially, we could sortie Badass Brigade to intercept them in that time, because they're locked doing the bombardment. But if I miscalculate, and they are not locked in for that amount of time, then they will be able to fly around our fleet and destroy our space station. And that is our only shipyard in Mercury orbit, and only station left in a Mercury orbit. I'm willing to try it, and then we can roll back the save like a coward if it goes wrong. But I don't want to leave the station vulnerable. And exactly, Hildebrand. It's not like I can split the fleet, but if I split the fleet, I lose all of the defensive ships. That's a good point, Salty. So if I split the fleet, we'd lose the 2 last walls, the little boy, and the 2 front lines, which aren't huge, but there's a lot of PD and a lot of defensiveness. So if I get rid of them, that gives us this is a much tighter, faster fleet now. I can do the intercept in 1 hour at this point, if we want to give that a try. The enemy fleet, can I not see that? I need to actually click on the fleet. Hang on, I need to close this menu, and then I need to select the enemy fleet, which is Victor 1011. That's Victor 502. Hey, Sorbical, good to see you. How's it going? So this has a cruiser, which has a 512 violet laser cannon, plasma battery, laser turret, torpedo bay. I think I'm going to try the intercept. They've got a much higher DV than me, but we've won these fights before. But I think not having our guys might be bad. But I'm willing to roll it back if this is a terrible decision. But let's try the transfer, because at the moment we're going to lose our mines on Mercury, and I can't afford to do that. So this at least gives us a chance. It's going to take them too long though. Mishaps. Cancel. It's going to take 3.8 weeks to make the transfer with all of them. Oh, I'm deliberately avoiding all of that on purpose. Toasted, I don't want to know, like, just, yeah. I'm actually sorry that you saw that, because that sucks. Easy there, Commander Worf. It's going to take 4 weeks now to do the transfer. It was 3.8 weeks before. I could push them, no, it's going to take even longer. Oh, thank you, Seribot, for the auto ban. If Seribot bans somebody, it means they're on a bunch of ban lists. Seribot is a very friendly bot that lots of streamers use that has a shared ban list. So if someone gets banned on one of their streams, they get banned on all of them. And if they get banned, it's for something really bad. So apologies to Shadow I Am, but obviously you either just said something or did something that triggered the bot. I don't think that shows up in chat, actually. I don't know if you saw that Seribot took action there. Will they still be shooting in 4 weeks' time? 20th of February. No, they're not. Look, you can see it up here. They're going to finish their bombardment on the 28th of February. These guys aren't going to arrive until the 14th of... Okay, we're good. Let's transfer. Okay, I've sent the whole team. Okay. Braveheart Station is getting pounded. And we're onto a new turn. Okay, we've lost control of Cold Steel to the initiative. They're probably going to do something terrible with it. Oh, Kite, was your arrival date in March? Are you serious? Am I that bad? Ugh. If we mess up, I'll roll it back. Because that's a me getting tired mistake. My play's been pretty good until this point. Well, not pretty good. My play's been better until this point. But now I am tired. I was looking at the launch date. Whoops. That's hilarious.
Your orders?
Okay, let's try a set national policy here again.
Time to make our move.
Your orders?
And then we need to try and take back Iran from the nefarious baddies. So we will get Jebediah to crack down. Thanks, Sorbical. I was just off because of PAX,
Cracking down.
really.
Ready for my mission.
So the policy in Russia about Kazakh. Okay, I'll do that in a second.
Terminating the opposition.
Okay, that's
Where do
done.
you need me?
Now we'll reset
Acknowledged.
her to set national policy in Russia. Yeah. Okay. Set national policy.
On my way to the capital.
Where do you
Then
need me?
Human,
Standing by.
Yoma,
Acknowledged.
and Hard.
Ready.
I could try another crackdown purge, but these guys are nowhere near as good at it.
Standing
So
by
I think I'll just
for
hold
orders.
for the turn. I vote for us to get tea. I actually have a cup of tea in front of me right now, but it's gone cold. That's not. It's actually quite a good cup of tea. It's drinkable cold, which tells you how good a cup of tea it is, but I still don't enjoy it.
Where do you need me?
Let's have a look at this. Everywhere else is defended. National, that's good. Unrest is actually fine as well. I will just continue to put down unrest in India. It is still a little bit high.
Restoring order.
Yoma can help me out
Ready
with
for my
that.
mission.
And
make things
Hard Python can surveil over here.
Setting a
All right,
watch.
let's see if those guys are still going to be there when our fleet arrives. We'll just have to see.
Surveilling target area.
It depends how long it's going to take them to destroy all of Braveheart Station. But they are destroying Braveheart Station pretty quickly, unfortunately. I might have to roll back to save. Shipyard Smithy in Ceres orbit now has its battle stations, which is great. So I'm doing them one at a time. So now we can upgrade the next one. And do we still have power after I do that? No, we're going to need some more power as well. So I'm going to have to add a fission reactor farm. You can coup, which will sometimes fasten and purge, but also works related with factions. Chances are boosted from unrest and public opinion. Unrest and public opinion are public opinion is very much in my favor, and there isn't much unrest in any of my nation states. Oh, Demonicus, thank you so much. Go make fresh tea, please. That's
Go make fresh tea, please. D.
Oh, I feel like I'm being bribed to get tea. But you know what? This is my normal start time for the stream, and I would go on for normal. So why don't we take a very quick break, and I will get some tea, since Demonicus has asked so nicely. And I'll let me just stretch my legs and refresh for a couple of seconds, and then we'll be right back after that. So for those of you who are watching, I recommend you go and get some water, go to the bathroom, have a stretch. If I knew how to do it, I would trigger ads on Twitch so that you didn't have to get them like during the rest of the stream, but I don't know how to do that. So yeah, I will be back in about 2 or 3 minutes after I boil the kettle. See you in a few minutes, and I'll do this as well. Can I do an ad break? Commands. No, I don't know how to do that. Well, I'm gonna go boil the kettle. I'm gonna mute the mic. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that little delay. I did work out while that was happening how to actually run an ad break on Twitch, which I've not done before, which is really annoying, I know, if you're watching, but it does mean that ads get disabled for like 20 minutes when I do that. So anytime I take a break going forward, I'm going to try and remember to do that so that people joining the stream don't get the pre-roll ads when they join in. That's actually an interesting kind of gamification of it. Fascinating. We were just running this turn, weren't we? So let's oppose the game and go. Okay. We are losing this station really quickly. I think I have to roll back the save to that other version, but I didn't send out the fleet. Because there's not much of that place left, and we're not going to get there in time. What I should do, actually, is I should save a hab template for this place. There's not much of it left, though. And... wait. Okay, an alien fleet just showed up and is bombarding Port Mosby. It's a battleship, a gunship, and a cruiser. We currently don't have any ships in Earth orbit to deal with them, so that's just going to have to happen. We need to get the space defenses built here. I don't know how far along they are. We have space defenses in Sydney, Canberra, and that is it right now. It's because our priorities are just economy and space defenses. I thought that had been build army as well. No, because I don't have an army to build right now. We are about to get our next space defense build, though, so that's something. Have I muted the mics? Yes, I have muted the mics. Cool. Alright, let's keep going. Urumqi in China, government regime in Liberia. Brevoort Station has been destroyed. What's that alien fleet gonna do?
We have hit them where it hurts.
A large typhoon has struck Beijing. Let's save who we can. Admin Tower has been researched. Home the priority. Oh, that's really useful, Kit. It's not going to be Port Moresby, though. They're going to probably finish off all of Australia and then New Zealand and then do Indonesia. Okay. Research. Let's get... I'm thinking Research University, and then what I'm going to have to do is plan out an upgrade to our whole research back end. The Particle Collider is the Tier 1 antimatter research facility, which I think we need to get the Tier 2. So I think I'm going to get the Particle Collider research actually just to get it out of the way. Hardened Hab Shelters, that was one I was working on. Or I had picked out for the very reason that you have indicated at Salty Frosty. It's a very long research stream, but let's actually get that done because this is going to be an ongoing problem.
Things are cooling off.
Things are stabilizing.
Okay, our first Exploded class ship has just been launched. I'm gonna have to name all of these, which will take me a couple of minutes. Oh, that's gonna cut out the music, which is annoying. Let's just put some of this on in the meantime then. While I get the names, because I'll get a few names out at once. If it's even gonna, like, play it. But then I'm gonna go back and forth. I just, what I'm gonna do is, for the moment, we're gonna just turn the music off and listen to game music. Hey, Demonicus, yes. I'm just naming some ships, because we've got a whole bunch of ships just got built. So our first Exploded class ship has the hilariously name of the Hindenburg. That came out of the naming list, so thank you very much, just that. Next ship is going to be the All for One. Then we've got, need to generate another name, the Telephone Operator. Telephone Operator, save name. And then finally, the last one is the Evaporation. These all seem like very on-the-nose names, which is quite funny. Now the question is do I send these to try and destroy that battleship? Or do I hold them back for the carrier? I'll probably hold them back for the carrier, right? Let's just merge all fleets. And then I need to give this fleet a name, so we need to get that out of the naming convention, which is the Spanish Inquisition. Well, nobody's going to expect these guys. Whoever suggested the Spanish Inquisition, that's very funny. Alright, what else are we looking at? So the problem is I've just named all of that, but we are losing Mercury. The carrier matters, the battleship does not. What do you mean, Kite? The carrier matters, the battleship does not. Yes, it will make exotic search easier. What was that just got built? Oh, fish
Policy
reactors.
direction complete.
And it's bomber run. Okay, they are bombarding the same crater again, even though I thought they destroyed the base. Oh, the opposite was destroyed, but the base wasn't destroyed. Okay. Oh, that's right. Right, got you, Kai. So the aliens are bombarding at Mercury again. And they're going to be there until the 15th of March. So I think we're okay. I think. I'm not certain. Anyway, we want to unify with the Central Asian Union. Confirm. Okay. Alva Crater. And the economy in Russia has grown to the point the nation is at a control point. It'll be over Project Exodus. So Russia is not really a country anymore because now it is a new country called the Eurasian Union. Which means I've got one less country to worry about. Another place has space defenses. Institutional bastions are done, so we're so close on control points now. Okay. Things are moving. We have stuff going on. We need to fix Russia priorities. Yes, it's a good point. I need to go and look at that. Is it time to pick up the research university now? Or no, ultraviolet phaser batteries, because that will upgrade our battle stations. Let's head back to Earth and have a quick look at Russia's priorities. I thought it was the Eurasian nation now, but it is actually just all Russia. So that's actually really funny because at the start of the game we pulled Kazakhstan. Oh my god, the whole reason war started on Earth right at the start of the game is because I realized that Kazakhstan was in an alliance or a federation with Russia, and they were getting most of their boost. So I pulled them out of that, and that started the war that is still this war that we're in now in 2047, at which point we have reunified Russia and Kazakhstan. I think that's quite funny, personally. We just want to focus on space defenses and economy right now. Okay. Okay, Lister's Legion just got destroyed. There's nothing... Okay, what we need to do now then is we need to go back to the Republic of the Southern Cross. And we need to tell them to go all out on building an army. The next space defense is going to be in Melbourne. Okay. This feels like current geopolitics, all things considered. Yeah. Apart from the aliens, it's not far off, is it? Come on, my fleet.
Our people have taken control.
Point defense phaser turrets are researched, which is good. Automated fission outpost kits are now available. I think that's something I actually need to research. So let's just get automated fission outpost kits done. Okay, when is our fleet going to arrive? Oh god, there's so much stuff happening. Okay, we got control of that army back. Badass Brigade is due to arrive on the 15th, which is the same day the bombardment is due to finish, which is interesting. What else do I need to do just now? I need to set up my people for nation-state stuff. Do we need to defend anywhere? Please remind me what geopolitics made sense last time before 600. Geopolitics have never made sense, even before they were geo. Okay. Everywhere is defended apart from Iran. So let's... Oh, and Russia has an undefended control point as well. At this point, the US is usually reduced to a 5 control point nation with half of its starting GDP. 5 control point nation with half of its GDP. America is a mess in this game. I'm just sipping my tea and looking at those stats. It's because it's humanity first and Humanity first, and the servants have been fighting over it for so long. All right, let's take back the last control point here. So we need to get Jebediah to crack down the control point.
Applying pressure on
But
their
I
people.
actually need to spend some
I'm here.
influence on that. I can't just go in and not spend any.
Turning up the heat.
And we'll get Blonde to purge
Ready.
the control point. Again, I need to spend a little bit of influence on that. That's funny that it's the same
We're
for you.
taking power.
Okay. Why crackdown? Because I don't want to mess up. The reason I'm cracking down... That's a good point. I don't need to crack down. It's already cracked. I was expecting it not to be cracked. I'm not going to bother with crackdown then. Yeah, okay, cool. Totally already cracked down. I will not crack it down further. I was a little bit on autopilot there. What we will do is we'll get Jebediah to defend in here.
Securing our interests.
And I'll get Hard Python to
Acknowledged.
defend the New Russia, because it has one control point undefended. Do the space defense buildings add to command limit? I did not know that. I mean, I'm not too worried about that right now. It could be an issue. I didn't realize these added to command limit. Really? No, it doesn't say anywhere in the tooltip that it does. Where does it tell me that they add to it? Or is it just making each section more expensive? Because there's nothing in the tooltips about
Making
that.
things safe for our people.
Ready for orders.
Ready to go.
I'm not saying that you're wrong or anything. I just totally was
I
unaware
will
that
help
that
them.
was a mechanic.
Ready for my mission.
We're down to 63% public opinion in the Republic of the Southern Cross, so let's just boost that a little bit.
We'll make our
And
appeal.
then Yoma can go
Ready
back
for
to
orders.
inspiring Hard Python.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
GDP should be the only thing. Okay. Let's confirm assignments. Yeah, all my nations are going hard on economy. And it is actually having an effect. We are actually generating some cash now for the first time in a long time. Is this fight going to happen? Melbourne now has space defenses. I'm safe, everybody. Wildland fire.
Protecting our interests.
That's fine.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Lending my expertise.
Protecting our interests.
God, look at the alien ships just got built. So many. Oh, it doesn't feel funding. Sorry. Okay. I was like, why is my fleet damaged? It's not my fleet that's damaged. They have been wrecked by the base defenses. Look at that. Wow. They have no Delta V. This must be all their broken ships they've got left over? Oh well, we've got a fight on our hands. Let me check if this still works. Action stations.
Action stations, set condition 1 throughout the ship. This is not a drill. Repeat, action stations, this is not a drill.
I'm such a nerd. Okay. It's lost my formation, which is annoying. We'll go for a high wall. Base defenses on planets are really good. Demonicus. It's just in space they're terrible, at least at the moment. All right, we want the battleships in the middle. That's a Banhammer. That's a battleship. Thank you, and then you move to here. That's another battleship here. And is that a battleship? That's a Banhammer. I want to bring the Banhammers into the fleet. Oh, actually, no, I want to do this differently. This needs to not be a high wall. This needs to be a... Is it staggered I want to do? And then I want to do forward. Because I want to put the little ships at the front. No, that's not the right formation. It's not staggered. Hey, Chaos Spaceman, how's it going? Yeah, they were... Oh, interesting, Hayden. Good spot. What is the... I'm trying to remember... What... Is it a wedge I want? Yes, it's a wedge I want. Thank you. I got there just as you said wedge. I'm drowning in pirates defending towns. What game are you playing, Chaos Space Marine? So I want my little ships in the front line. So I want my frontline class. Yeah, cool. And then frontline class. I think I only have 2 frontline classes in this fleet. What are you? Last Walls can go on the front line as well. You are a small ship. You must be one of my... You're one of my little boys. God damn that name. I don't want to put that in, but the Gallipoli can definitely go on the front line. We'll put the last wall, the LB on the outskirts here. Making sure that our battleships are mostly centered. I think that's us. We're going to come in at high speed. This is for Menace. Yes, I need to play. I didn't get a chance to play the new update tonight. I do have basketball tomorrow. It's the start of a new season. But depending on when I get back, I will try and do a video on it. I want to go in pretty blind, so I've deliberately kind of avoided what's in it, so that I'm going in pretty blind. I think this formation, I actually like the 3, the 3, the 3. Yeah. Typhoon, 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 Typhoon. And then that's not a Typhoon. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we're good. Some nice new missions, okay. Right, I'm a little bit nervous about this, but let's confirm. I need to set up my control group, so give me a second. Battleship, that's control. I think I've got other battleships. They've just been put into others. No, okay. Control 1. That's in the experimental build mishaps. Control 2. What are the last wall class again? What do these things do? I think they're just gun. They're PD. The little boy's a missile ship. The front lines are just DACA ships. Okay. Nobody's. Yeah. I don't know why. So LDAs are even more delicious. Yeah. Okay. Let's give the battleships a group target on everything's kind of quite far forward. I'm going to give them a group target on that battleship just because it's quite far forward. We'll give the Banhammers a group target on the same thing. And we'll rejig that once combat gets joined. Got it, mishaps. It's been a while since I used one. Look, there's that ship again. That mystery giant... Oh, you can't see it because it's behind chat. There it is there. The mystery giant ship. So these things here, for those who are new to the stream, or haven't watched in a while, is a gunship with 40mm guns and so much armor. Oh, there's a lot of gunfire coming over from the aliens. Oh, they're launching their torpedoes and stuff. That's what's happening. Look at the torpedoes. Escorts, that's right. Look at the torpedoes. What's the button to remove this bait? There we go. This is actually a good track for this fight. Turn this down a little bit. It is a dedicated bullet sponge, yeah. What are they hitting? Oh, that's railgun fire destroying torpedoes. This is a very pretty fight. That was an awesome shot of all of the fire coming towards each other. Oh, the Ballyhoo just took a hit. Hey, Winterwolf, what are you doing on Twitch? That was a very Battlestar Galactica reminiscent kind of flak barrage for me. Made me nostalgic. Alright, I don't think I need to launch torpedoes yet. We do have this guy up here. Let's get the battle cruisers to take him on. Just get him out of the picture, I think. That's the Dawn Mist, right? He's about to die. Probably another barrage will take him out. Yeah, he's gone. Cool. Move back onto the Righteous Justice, please. They're sticking quite close together. That ship's taking plasma fire. There's not much we can do about it. Oh, I'd love a Battlestar in Terra Invicta. I'd also like the ability to launch alert Vipers in Terra Invicta. I've seen some good lasers, but in the end, if you just have like long beam that goes zap, it's never that exciting. I could try to think of good examples of lasers. Normally when they're like repeating or pulse, they kind of look a little bit better. I've always been disappointed by Battletech's lasers, and I don't know what it is. It's really funny for me. I think Battletech's a really good example of like really heavy, meaty autocannons that really like just slam and cause massive impact damage, and then the lasers just kind of tickle people. It feels really weird to me. They aren't damaging the battleship. They are damaging the battleship. They're mostly on PD duty right now, and that's fine. That guy just went. This ship here is actually a big threat because it's firing out quite a lot of fire. I think I'm going to launch my missiles now. Just because I don't want to lose the ship before they're out. So I'm just going to tell him to launch everything at the other battleship. The one that we're not engaged with. Yeah. There's a quote. It's one of my first ever tweets on my Twitter account, which is like a little paragraph of text that sums up Battletech for me. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of bass to it, right? There's going to be a lot of like audio to the laser. The other guns aren't chunky enough. Laser goes up insufficient. The king crab should shake the earth when it runs. Okay, we're getting into very close combat range now. This is an easy fight. We're doing really well. One of our last world destroyers is taking hits. Yeah, they've got too much PD for the lasers, but that's okay. Yeah, and that's the problem with the medium laser gurgly, is it's not exciting enough to be the best weapon. Like the best weapon, it's exactly what Miss saying. Aesthetically, it's not fun enough. Mechanically, it's great. It's the lightning bolt. No, lightning bolt's better. I don't know. It's the bread and butter. It's just like if you could fill a mech with lasers, medium lasers, you would. And yeah, I'm not going to get into that right now. We're not talking about Battletech. We're playing Terra Invicta. I shouldn't mix my my properties. We're not getting through, but we're about to get into the really close range. The 40mm is firing off. I want to like show you that the 40mm are firing. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, rail to the battleship. It's gone red. Nice damage. Yeah. The lasers are not doing much to... It's actually the rogue moon that's a problem. Yeah, I do have that targeted. Okay. Which don't seem to be doing very much damage to it. Oh, there you go. Shots are getting through now. I'm actually going to change targets for the primary fleet. Get them to shoot at the Iron Will. Yeah, that thing's not stopping that barrage. Big hits on that ship. Oh, it's wrecked. What ship's that? That's the Iron Will. It's going to go down pretty soon. We're getting into knife fighting range, though. Where's the Iron Will? It's the Dreadnought. Okay, we'll just let that get smashed. And then we'll just start shooting at anything that's shooting back, basically. So we'll switch targets to this ship here. I just realized my battleships aren't padlocked. I should fix that. And actually, our little gunships have managed to get past. Okay, that was the target for these guys. Let's get them to target the Dominant Justice. This guy should be going down soon. It would take a long time, and that's totally fine. Sometimes you just need to recognize that you do not really need to do the thing. Okay, this guy's wrecked. Let's switch to you attacking the core Dark Star and you attacking the Silver Star, please. Oh, there's a ship there. The Dancing Wind. I can probably just auto-resolve it at this point. There's no point sitting through all this. We lost the Ballyhoo. Yeah, we did well. 5.8. Totally took out the fleet. I think that's pretty good. Aliens lost 14 ships. We lost 1 ship. That's pretty good. But look at all the ships they just built in like recognition of us doing that. That's the problem. That's what keeps getting us. Launch to Clark Dart's oversight. It's going to take them 3 days to get there. Huh. That's pretty good. We can now rebuild our Heroic Mercury base. Yes. Heroic Mercury base that didn't get destroyed and held the line. It's going to take pretty much nothing to rebuild at all. And then when it's rebuilt, I need to actually... What I'm going to do right now... I'm just going to upgrade one of these to a battle station. Is that okay for power? Yeah, it'll be fine for power. The more attrition means we can build better ships with more exotics. Exactly.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Mercury needs... So antimatter production needs to be in orbit. But, I mean, we could set up an antimatter station. Oh, but we'll phone out of the power. So, at the moment, we can't really build a lot. It did indeed, yes. Hydra Be Gone was such a great name for a station. Welcome back to YouTube. At the moment, to get antimatter production up and running in Mercury orbit, we don't really have the technology yet. The module that we need... What's this little icon here? What's this icon here? I've not seen this icon before. Do you see it down here? Is that just... What is that? Base mining purposes pulse laser considered. Automated. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, we can establish the bases. So let's get a low Mercury orbit base set up. It's going to take 60 days to build. It's an automated platform, not an orbital. But we want an orbital. So let's do that. And then we need to manage it. And then we need to... Wait, why is this only tier 2? Why did I just set up a tier 2 station? Did I click on the wrong thing? Did I have a platform selected instead of orbital? Yeah, I didn't want to set an automated one up. I just wanted to set it up. Yeah, but this is Mercury orbit. We're gonna get tons of power anyway. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Crap. I don't know what I was doing. So basically, I thought this was a tier 1, this was tier 2, this was tier 3, and I thought this was a hab on the planet. I don't know why, so that's why I didn't click on it. So stupid. We'll just upgrade this one. Whoops. We'll just go with the one we've got. That was just dumb of me. No, I can build a ring. Oh, there's 340 boost. Yeah, so we'll just upgrade from the orbital core. It's actually fine. It's actually fine, right? First things first, we need a name for this station. So let's get a name for it. It is Castle Caspian. And then the thing there's not actually any options for building antimatter at the moment. But what we will do is we'll lay down a farm. We will lay down layer defense arrays. Let's get 4 of them. Then we need power. And because we're in orbit, we can just go with solar arrays. How are we doing for power? That's just way over power already. What else do we need here? We could slap some research stuff on here once it's set up. Admin tower doesn't do anything for us out here. We don't actually have a deep space telescope anywhere at the moment. I don't know if we still need it or not. I don't know if we need this anymore. It gets us 5 research and 10% space science research, so that's actually quite nice. Let's just rebuild it, because we should have it. Probably, I'm guessing a nanofact, just because that will help us out with stuff. Do we need a skunk works? Admin node doesn't help us here. Let's go with that for now. And then we'll upgrade it once it's finished building. Alright. That'll get us started on our antimatter production. Cool, the fleets are now repairing. Yet again, That fleet has won so many battles. Very heavily storied. They're now repaired. What's the resupply going to be? Resupply is nothing. So cheap. What? Okay. I don't understand how it took them 3 days to fly home. Saint VIP Space Resort. Okay, that's more of our income, I guess. This is all stuff we lay down after Mars got wrecked that's just starting to come back online. Okay, we got hold of Iran again. And the Marines have now... Okay, a lot of stuff just happened. So first of all, let me just fix our... the talk is up again and wants to come in. I'll just grab her. 2 seconds. Sorry, you can hear me talking to the dog. Yes, Port Moresby has fought after years and years of resistance, fighting the best that America has to offer. Like I said, it's basically Battlefield 6. So Port Moresby has fallen. And we only have one army to defend Australia because the other Australian army is currently stuck in China, which is blockaded, which means they can't... She gets many... I gave her a hug. Which means I can't send them home to defend. But most of Australia, at least the New South Wales and Melbourne, I was looking at South Australia when I was meeting Melbourne down here, have space defenses at least, so they can't really be bombarded very well. Pretty will be easy to detect, so maybe starting to defend the inner system, but not very useful further out. I remember reading a sci-fi novel where they did a lot of interstellar ballistics. And a big part of combat was everyone would launch a whole load of projectiles on really weird orbits. And it was a lot of like anticipating where ships were going to be. And then coming in from angles that people wouldn't expect. So, yeah. It does ring a bell. I'm paying attention to that conversation you're having with this apps. Okay.
Squat.
Okay, antimatter mass production. This is the tech we
Sucking
needed.
It dry long past the point when it can still sustain us, and yet an entire galaxy of possibility beckons. Why are we so short-sighted? When will we see that there is nothing left for us here? Director Khalid.
Oh, he didn't say hashtag Project Exodus. Come on. So that gets us access to antimatter propulsion, access to antimatter plasma core reactor 1. I thought it unlocked some other stuff, but maybe not. American Army moving toward Tokyo. 101 Airborne is heading to invade Tokyo. Okay, let's get neutronics. What's the defenses like in Japan right now? I think they're pretty good. Japan has 2 armies, but they are only at robotics age. I should probably get their military score up. How many more navies can they build? I think they're going to need to build one more navy for their maxed. Let's move this army up to Tokyo. All of Japan has space defenses, so they basically don't need to worry about being bombarded. I think the 2 of them can defend against the one American army pretty easily. If more come, we're in trouble. Another American army is moving towards Tokyo. Ah, okay, so we have to reach the tier 2 first. Sorry, Windwolf, I actually missed it. Yeah, you do deserve to be banned for that. This is a Tavian situation. How dare you say New Zealand is the best country in the world? Nah, it's all good. I'm trying to think of what to do about this American invasion of Japan. So I was tucking my chair in, which might make some noise. Do I need to take action? Do I need to reset Japan's priorities towards building armies and upgrading its armies? I can build more army. I wonder if we cancel this, put this up to 3, and while we're dealing with the Americans, we get rid of the rest of this, and we focus this. What's the far right icon for the army at the bottom? This one here? Or this icon here? This is telling me that they're getting a 0.2 boost to their tech level from satellites in space. If that's the one you're looking at. Otherwise, they're 100%. Oh, this thing here, this is hunting xenoforms. Yeah. This lets me automate them hunting xenoforms, which there aren't any of in Japan at the moment. So basically, if any get detected, the army will automatically move to that territory sector and fight them without you needing to tell them to do it. It's kind of annoying because the army just tends to roam around in general. Okay, media center research is done. Is available, sorry. And that's another turn completed. Alright. Conduct a hostile takeover mission to humanity first. Yeah, I think it was added. It was added in the patch where they added a lot more models for vehicles as well, I think. Which is what this campaign started back then. I'm trying to think what we need to do next. So in terms of nation cities, we did defend Iran. Public opinion is pretty low in China. So those are, I think, our 2 main pushes right now. Let's get Hard Python to defend in Iran.
Securing our interests.
Yes, that's the problem. Hildebrand's bang on it. It gets annoying to keep track of where your army is. And then we're going to do some public opinion boosting in China.
Making our case.
Ready for my mission.
Where do you need me?
And I think we should try and buy some more water off the academy.
Making contact.
Yoma should inspire.
At your service.
I'm here.
He's up to 20 loyalty, so he's pretty much untouchable, but we'll just wait a little bit longer. He's overrun an army to see its actual military rating. Yeah, attack 6.4. Plus 5 from national tech, 0.2 from Leo, 0.2 from home territory, plus 1 defending urban, plus 1 to 5 from urban warfare projects, plus 5 local support from cohesion. That's a big boost from cohesion, actually. That's good to know.
Initiating contact.
Hello.
Leave
I would
Earth
like to
if you
buy
must.
water, please.
We will safeguard humankind ourselves.
Prepping for mission.
Got all your water. There's nothing else you really have. Would you like some science? Have this. Yep, perfect. Complete trade. Cool.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Offering assistance.
Oh, you know what I didn't do,
Securing
and I
our
should have
control.
done, but there's too many other things happening. I forgot to build more of those ships. So let's quickly lay those down. Antimatter Plasma Core Reactor 1. Okay. That's what we want to pick up. If you're in a D&D game and you see a DST score to play with TPK, you can really freak people out. Yes, I'm pretty sure that would freak people out. XP check. Hard Python has a level up. His admin is really low. It's actually up to 21. Let's get that up to 20. No, we're focusing on command to get this number fixed right now. Okay. 23 for you. Let's keep getting your command up. You've also got to level up. I'm going to just push your command up higher. Total party kill, Hildebrand, is what a TPK says. So if you're running the game and your players see that you're planning to kill them all, it can make them a little bit upset or worried. Okay, that's everybody leveled up. I'll upgrade Yoma with Cyber.
We'll be
That's a
ready
really
for
good
new
idea.
orders soon.
She's gonna die soon, unfortunately. Loyalty monitor, no. Augmented strategic AI, yes. Cognitive enhancer for +3 science, sure. Guardian angel, yes. Argus implant, yes. Executive AI for +3 admin, sure. Stealth field for espionage, yeah. But the forebrain stimulator, I think +3. No, we don't mess with that one.
The people will come to our side.
It won't happen for a year.
We've moved the needle.
That's okay. I'm a forever DM. Do you have still I do. Thank you, Tofu. I do still have ships. Oh, we can now research Titans. I do indeed have ships to upgrade and Mercury. Thank you for reminding me. Refit dock ship. Add to queue. Okay, that's them done. Thank you for reminding me. Academy fleet launches for low Mercury orbit. What are they sending? I'm really curious as to what their ships look like right now. That's a Greyhound. That is a Corvette. Is that Corvette going from Earth to Mercury? Yes, this Corvette is flying from Earth to Mercury. It has an ultraviolet arc laser cannon and autocannons. A graphene battery. And adamantium armor. Also, one thing I really think is funny is the Academy ships are already rusty. Like, look at that paint scheme. Why are the Academy ships like so old and beaten up, and no other factions are? Initiative is poised to suppress Project X's neutronics research at its current settings. Ugh. This is where things get really frustrating. Okay. So they're going to overtake us, even though we've already got almost double the amount of research. Oh, it's like 1,000 research ahead of them on the thing. Excuse me. Do we care if they overtake us on neutronics? That's the really big question right now. Because I don't really have a way to stop them that doesn't mess up everything else. Because if I do this, that puts me in the lead, but it slows everything else down. Whereas I could do this, let them win, and let everything else finish a little bit faster. I think I'm... Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Demonicus. I think I just let them take the lead there. Those are probably... Yes, it was. They probably built it in their back garden. Titans have 6 hull weapons, also 4 noses, 10 cells for utility. Yeah, Titans are awesome, but they're also very expensive. I think I'm going to let them just run away with neutronics, honestly. Another space defenses in China is done. Cool, bunch of stuff got built. That was fission reactors for ships from Smithy. And that is another turn. Alright, I'm looking at the time, and I'm judging how I'm feeling. It is almost midnight, and I am getting quite tired. So I think I'm just going to play one more turn, just to warn everybody that the next turn is going to be the last turn of the stream. And I'm going to go to bed. I don't think they've arrived yet, Kite. I haven't had the confirmation they've arrived, just that they're on the way. But they should be there by now, shouldn't they? Oh, no. Let's defend interests here.
Protecting our interests.
And I need to defend interests in China. We'll get Hard Python to do that.
Ready for my mission. Securing our
the
interests.
battle for Tokyo is going pretty well. Pretty well. The other American tanks are doing well, but our guys are not very, very injured. Henry first, I could see getting Rusty's geographical designs, give a description to kill everything. They need more ships now. Yeah, exactly. But the Academy, I think, should have the most pristine ships. Exactly. Yes, you can see what I'm. You are picking up what I'm putting down. Those ships look weird. Okay, do we have anywhere else undefended? No, just. That's weird. Just the Caliphate. But I thought China needed to. Oh no, one in China needs defended. Yeah, it's fine. Kodokodo's in the shipbuilding. Yeah, I can see the initiative as well. And I can kind of see the Protectorate. If they're so desperate to get into space. But not the Academy. Singapore and the Caliphate need a public opinion boost. Unrest is a little bit high in India. So we'll do an unrest lowering in India.
Restoring order.
Then we'll public opinion boost in Singapore.
Ready for orders. I will try to sway
And
the
then
public.
I'm probably not going to do this anymore after this attempt, but we'll do one more push to get
I'll
his
ensure
loyalty
their
up.
loyalty.
That's a very good question. Biodegradable spaceship kit paint. I like that RMM. That's funny. I could see the academy inventing biodegradable spaceship paint.
Mission in progress.
That's very good. That's also a good point, Gurgley. It's all about protecting the appearance of strength. Okay, I guess, you know what? I think the Protectorate would be all cosplaying a Star Trek, is actually how I think they would do
Had a
it.
breakthrough.
Offering counsel.
Protecting our interests.
Put all the money for research, and research was why they left with the little for ships. That's also a good way of putting it. Ultraviolet phaser cannons. Those are things that we want. Send us favorites. Okay, that's just our ship. Ships being relaunched after being fixed. Which means I've got room for more ships to be fixed up. Oh, wait. What am I doing? What am I doing? Cancel. I think I'm just refitting my ships to older versions. I was just clicking through that without thinking, but these are not... These are class 5s that I'm refitting back to basics.
Public
This ship
opinion is
here needs to be
moving in our
refit.
direction. Violence is abating.
We have completed mission battle station. Okay, Purple Murder Burglar has a battle station, so now we can add another one. And do we have enough power? Yeah, tons of power. This is where we need to be sure everything is properly obsoleted. Yes, that's a very good point, Kite. That was very close. That was extremely close to me doing something really stupid. That's why it's important for me to get sleep when I get tired. There are ships here that need to be refit, but none of these need to be refit. This needs to be refit. This needs to be refit. And that's all for now. Okay, that's a refit ship. That opens up another space for me. Block 4, block 4, block 4, block 4, block 5. Okay, so everything out here is now ready. Nothing else needs to be refit in Mercury orbit. It's sort of it's valuable research equipment inside that matters. It's deception. I like that. That's good. That's really funny. Yeah, we're going to shoot the Rusty ship. It's not something we need to worry about. No, not more coffee. Not at midnight. Okay. That is this turn. Oh, an alien fleet just showed up. I don't think we need to worry about them too much. Astronauts working for the Academy built a memorial to the... I can't remember what that's... Oh, here we go. What was that thing that just happened? Astronauts working for the Academy have built a memorial to the something. I can't find that in the events list. Yeah, this is just showing us and the aliens. It was on Mars, but I can't see it. This is all the events that happened, but I can't see their events. It will not... to the Insight Lander. Okay. I thought it was referencing something that actually happened in our playthrough, and I thought it was pretty cool. What just happened to Neutronics? Nothing. Oh, look at the Academy just absolutely blasted Neutronics research. Look at that. So the initiative we're taking over, and they have pulled in a lot, but the Academy have just blasted it out. Completely replacing. That's wild. Also, I can love that someone picked Accelerando with 150,000 research to get picked. Academy doing Academy things, yes. Alright. I can tell in the last like 10 minutes that I'm very tired. They must have indeed. That's a ton of research. So I think I'm going to leave this the stream for tonight here. We've got an extra hour, which I know I'm finishing an hour early, but that's an extra, I started 2 hours earlier, and if I get to the cadence of this, I can do it longer. I actually intended to start another hour earlier than I did, so we'll try and work that in, and I'll try and get you longer streams. I'm enjoying it. I actually really enjoyed tonight. I think I got a lot done, and I'm really happy that you were all able to tune in and still catch up. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching, and being just the amazing, wonderful people that you all are. And thank you everyone for sharing at the start as well. That was really, really kind of you. So I was saving the game. You can tell that I've gotten tired, right? It's just like a switch. I've lost my ability to speak. It's really quite dramatic how fast it goes. So I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I will see you soon. Like I say, I've got basketball. Oh, Aversam, I'm so sorry. I've got basketball tomorrow, but I will try and get you a Menace video. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Voices in the Void. I just needed a little bit of a break from it after fighting that boss, but it will be back this weekend. Alright, I will see you later. Thank you all again. Have a great day. Ciao for now. Bye.